Hello everybody. Welcome back to the Metro Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer Tournament 2024. This is Audraxys versus AeroRaiser. Audraxys is our 10th seed and AeroRaiser is our 12th. This is the final match of round 3 Swiss. This is week 3 settings. Guardian Slayer, start and main energy controller with a violet translator and 1 to 2 random starting items. All of our SDKs are on our 3 major bosses, so Quadraxis, Chica, and Worm.
Yeah, that's
The
really
runners'
a very.
agreements are none. They have no runners' agreements. Hello, my name is Drake Fos. I'm joined by Pierre. How are you doing, Pierre?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was just saying, yeah, this week is really, really interesting in terms of our run settings. It's definitely been very fun to see. We're about to get started in just a minute. We will see uh, some very interesting gameplay coming up. We're going to start with space jump boots.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually a really good starting item to have. That's actually one of the arguably the most important items in the game. Obviously, you have your dark beam, you have your dark suit that you would want, you have your bombs, but that is really one of the first items that we want to find because it opens up a lot of
Looks like
movement opportunities. And it's also very good for this starting location in particular because once we are going to the down the violet elevator, we will actually be able to grab the item in the hallway with a slope jump. Missile launcher can be found in temple grounds for our first violet hint, and we get a screw attack on Umos.
Oh, and by the way, Pineapple and Up are tracking for us the items, and if y'all want to follow along with the hint tracking, we got a doc in the chat as well.
Awesome.
Uh, so Missile Launcher and Temple Grounds, and starting off with Screw Attack, we have Space Jump. Does that scream anything, any logical implication for you? I can't think of one right off the bat right yet, in terms of having Space Jump and Screw Attack right away.
The screw attack is a really powerful movement item. It makes it very easy to get certain. It basically is just your space jump from like Super Metroid, except in
Yeah.
Metroid Prime, where you can jump continuously. You can't gain a much height, but you can cross very long gaps. That's sort
I
of the
was just
big
asking
power.
specifically in terms of logic. What does that do? I can't think of a play that you would make right at the beginning of the game based on those two items.
Well,
GFMC
no.
being not the GFMC is the only one I can think of where it's no longer a one way. And by the way, we are an old patcher. The default start is on old patcher. The runners up to RA new patcher. So GFMC is a one way.
You do mention that
Dangerous
screw
actually.
attack gets us to GFMC. That's very true. We would need a power bomb otherwise. And there are some other things that you break with screw attack that would
Yeah.
save us from having bombs or power bombs or whatever else.
So would you think that the best play right here would probably to go to GFMC right away based on the item we've just gotten,
I
or
wouldn't say that. I don't think so.
so
It's
you're
definitely a good play.
okay.
What about you? What are you thinking? How are you
I'm
approaching
not
this?
sure yet. Oh, but that looks like Sonic Boom in Transport A Access.
Our runners are both going to snub it. Not interested.
Transport B Access, excuse me. I'm not sure. I'm not experienced enough. That's why I was asking you, because I wasn't really sure. Oh, and by the way, one more final detail. This seed was generated by Lucarius. However, I am told that Jay was in the VC when he generated it, so this might be a bad seed through the power of osmosis. Who knows? We will find out.
Hard to say. Hard to say. But yeah, even though we do have that screw attack, like you said, I would really be going Aegon first if I had the choice. Just because the way that things work, normally there are some items here that we just can't get yet, no matter what we do. You mentioned GFMC, the ship in GFMC, the item on that ship doesn't show up until we've defeated Jump Guardian and
Yeah.
Dark Missile Trooper, who shows up in the Hive Loop, doesn't show up until we've defeated the Bomb Guardian. So no item combination is going to let us full clear those areas until we've gone to Aegon and done all of that stuff.
Amber Translator, and immediately we got in our route effort. And Audraxis is immediately reading this GFMC, and
Yeah,
instead
we're immediately
AeroRaiser is
going.
going towards Aegon.
Notable, we don't have bombs yet, so communication area, we're going to have to come back for that later.
Yeah.
That's another one of the reasons that you might not want to immediately go to ship.
All right, Accursed Lake, what are you hiding from us today?
A
Missile.
missile-related upgrade, very interesting.
That is dead.
Yeah, that's absolutely nothing.
GFMC box, what are we doing?
That's our
Hey!
launcher. It was
We
hinted.
love vanilla
Vanilla.
launcher.
Vanilla. What about the elevator? What do we got here? Audraxys is choosing to dupe the missile launcher. A morph ball system and portal access A.
Morph ball system.
And that's an emerald translator in the elevator shaft. Very handy. That's already 3 of our translators. We found Amber in Temple Assembly Site, and we got Emerald on the Aegon elevator.
Yeah.
Those are basically unmissable. Both of our players are going to have them very shortly here. That just leaves our Cobalt. Do you think Cobalt's going to be another easy one?
I'm just happy that we get to play this preset with more translators, because it can sometimes turn into a gamble fest. ETM.
Ooh, that looks important.
That kind of looked like an
ball
ETM
upgrade in Mining Plaza.
Looked like an ETM to me.
Could be, but I just saw a lot of blue.
Annihilator Beam 1 room away from Aegon Key 3.
That one may be a little tricky to remember, but we haven't gotten any of our Aegon keys yet, so we should at least be able to keep an eye out for it. There's an energy tank under the save station.
I believe it was 1 room away. Somebody in chat can correct me if I'm wrong here.
Okay,
Audraxys did the GFMC
ETM.
play, which hasn't worked out so far, but has found the missile launcher logic, which is nice. I guess it depends on how long it takes Arrow to find a missile. If it takes them a while, then Audra's play actually is working out. But if not, then Audra is just plain losing time. In the meantime, Mining Station A, what do you tell us? Quad is in fact guarding a Sky Temple key. Yes.
Yeah, Audraxys hasn't really netted anything from this play. This has really not been panning out at all.
It depends. If we don't find a missile for Arrow, then this is kind of a great play for Audra, because Arrow has not found missiles yet.
That's very true. That is going to limit some of the things that we have the ability to do here.
I didn't see what was in Mining Station A. It looks like AeroRaiser's only choice is to head to, Actually, no, wait. Could we not do Portal Access? What was in Portal Access? Some sort of...
It was a morph ball system. We had that much hinted to us, which is why we're going there now.
Interesting that we opened the door first. Audra taking a powerbomb expansion that she found somewhere? I missed that. Boost ball.
Ooh, boost ball.
What is the logical implication of that? I don't think we can access anything yet that would help us with boost ball. We don't have secrets to get to Torvis. We don't have... can't get into deeper labs. Dark Visor and Sky Temple Domes.
Ooh, that's very interesting. Because most of the items in Sky Temple grounds, like at least half, are the Dark Ink caches. Okay, maybe not that many, but like a lot. Think about it. You know, obviously you have some items like Plane of Dark Worship. You have that. That's just a normal item. But then a Cursed, like, that's an ink cache. Defiled Trend, that's an ink cache. These are all ink cache rooms that just aren't accessible without the Dark Visor, so it's very possible.
HUD system and Ing Reliquary.
Oh, that might be the Dark Visor. The Dark Visor might be gone.
The Dark Visor might lock itself. Ooh.
We already have 2 of our translators, 3 of our translators.
It's either Echo, Cobalt, or Dark Visor.
So it's looking very likely that we just don't have Dark Visor this seed. That has a few implications. Like I already mentioned, that obviously locks off all of the flying ink caches. That also locks a lot of secret
War Ritual Grounds.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not sure I agree with Audra continuing deeper into GFMC here with this powerbomb expansion.
I don't mind it, honestly. I know we haven't found a lot, but like, we're already here. We really shouldn't leave these things to chance.
Wait, we can't technically do Chica without Dark Visor, and we need to do Chica, so that can't be Dark Visor. That has to be Echo or Cobalt. Because in order to escape Chica, we need Dark Visor logically.
I was thinking about Chica, but I was like, oh, do you need Chica? Do you need it during the fight? No. But I forgot about the platforms. You're completely right. You're very much correct. I completely missed that. They
So I will note down Ing Reliquary as an option for Cobalt and Echo, because that is, it could be Dark Visor. I missed what was in Grand Wind Chamber.
Grand Wind Chamber was just an energy tank. It's nothing of value.
Okay. So I like the GFMC play initially from Audra worked out really well. It did not work out very well for on the second trip. We got absolutely nothing.
AeroRaiser is trying to perform a slope jump here. Just saves a little bit of traversal.
Want to grab the hint here. We're going to get the bad news. I would like that to be Echo because we really, really, really want hints in this preset.
Yeah, we absolutely need a lot of our hints because the thing about our red temple keys, we need at least 6 of them. 9 if a runner doesn't know how to do the BSJ to skip a quad, or if they can't do it,
or if we don't find Annihilator. That's another one.
Yes, that's also true. We can also use Annihilator to get in, but I'm saying
AeroRaiser has an advantage here.
What's that?
Someone in chat pointing this out. Sorry to interrupt you. There's an important advantage here. AeroRaiser can get the FTA hint, and we like hints around these parts.
That's very true. Audraxys still does not have that emerald to translate, so we can't open the gate.
We're going to Hive Chamber now? This is a very strange play by Hydra. This is very conservative routing.
Well, we do get the chance
routing.
to check Hive Chamber B here.
Yeah, but out of logic. Very out of logic.
Oh, you're right. Why are we doing it? We don't have bombs.
Yeah, we have power bomb. We have a power bomb expansion.
Oh.
But that's...
Sorry, you said out of logic, and you had me confused. I thought we had nothing. Doing this with power bombs is very normal, because we expect to get the bombs. That's not like something where we're like, oh, I'm skipping gravity boost. Who knows where that is? It's very much something that you expect to have within 20 minutes of starting a seed, so it's not at all a bad decision.
Dark Beam and Hive Chamber A. That's the FTA hint.
That's a very good hint.
That's a very big deal. The route divergence actually worked out for Arrow, so even though Arrow had to backtrack for this, I think that info makes up for it. Very much so.
Yeah, that's pretty huge info because that's not something where you don't normally fight Bomb Guardian and then immediately go back to Temple Grounds. That's not a normal play. You need the information to make that play.
Now, the reason I'm saying that I'm not sure I like this play by Audraxys is because it's very conservative, and we already know we have a Morph Ball system in... I guess maybe that's why it's an okay play for Audraxys, because maybe she's thinking that Morph Ball system is bombs. But that's not necessary, though, considering we have the missile launcher. So, and Amber, and now Emerald. So that's why I'm questioning the really conservative routing here from Audra. And a lot of it's out of logic. And yeah, that's definitely an ATM in Mining Plaza. Grabbing a power room expansion, we want to be able to do mining station access. Did we get Storage Cavern A?
Storage Cavern A, which room is that?
That's the missile door right out on Temple Assembly site.
No, I
Arrow's
don't believe
probably
we
going to
did.
get to right now.
You're correct. That's because we didn't start the seed with missiles.
That's where the power bomb was. Okay.
Alright.
That makes sense. Arrow going back to GFMC. Oh, Dynamo Chamber, yeah. Makes sense. Now that we're caught up here with the logic, where do we go next? We can't do Portal Chamber, we can only get the hand. Labs or Raygon Temple? I think those are only 2 options, logically. Alright, missile there, and yeah.
We see communications area here from AeroRaiser, which was just a missile.
I don't remember if Arrow did the FTA peak of the item. That's been actually kind of a big deal this tournament. I've seen a few races where FTA had
I
something.
don't think he did.
Yeah. Audra electing to do labs.
That's certainly an interesting choice with that dark beam hint.
Getting the item immediately.
Oh wait, Audraxys doesn't have that. That's right. AeroRaiser had the dark beam.
That was
this
in
is gonna
FTA, which
backfire
Audra did not
massively.
get because she didn't have Emerald at the time.
Yes, she couldn't get the FTA hint. Right.
Yeah. I would say, despite the fact that Arrow is just a little behind physically, I think in terms of knowledge, Audra's behind now because that dark beam. Audra might feel less inclined to go back to Hive Chamber A because of the Hive Chamber B play. And what is that key? Dark Torvis Key 1 in Command Center.
That's one of our 6. So that's one out of the way already.
Not gonna go deeper. I'm guessing she's gonna check this hint here. It'll require bomb drop, or we're just gonna bail. Oh, we don't have bombs to do the bomb drop. Never mind. I don't think it's possible to get this hint without... Actually, no, we have screw attack. Never mind. I figure things out by talking. We haven't gotten the hint in MSA from Audra. We have Amber. We can get that hint. I mean, it is a joke hint, so...
Both of our runners are in Bomb Guardian right now. You see them performing the quick kill. With a power bomb, we can just immediately destroy Bomb Guardian, which obviously saves us a lot of time.
Gravity.
And that's our gravity boost right there.
That doesn't do anything for us yet.
Of course not. We are still in Aegon. Aegon is a desert. There is no water here.
Yeah. Not until we turn the energy and wait a few years.
Yeah, it's going to take some time for nature to start healing, as it were.
But if you show up to the race time with like a 2-year time, I think you're probably going to lose the race. So I think both players will elect to not do that strategy.
Yeah, returning the energy is like, it's a feel-good thing. We could go to the energy controller, talk to... I only know Olir. I forget the other 2 Luminoth Sentinels. Fake fan.
So DMT is the only option here now, and I think Audra's going for it. And Arrow's probably... Arrow hasn't done Command Center yet, but it's probably save warping to go grab the Dark Beam. I'm not actually sure which one's faster. I guess we'll find out right now which version is faster.
Chat user Do Not Put Me on Pizza says Avok is one of them, but I'm pretty sure Avok is the Torvis Sentinel. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty confident. I would wager money. We are going to see, again, like you said, this sort of competing route. I do think that Audraxys is probably going to get there first. That's just the vibe I'm getting right now.
Yeah, it seems like it was a better route to take the elevator than to save warp. Unless Arrow was doing something different. Was planning to do something different with this.
Yeah, if Arrow is riding something else in here, I would understand.
I would say Audraxys is just in the lead at this point. So we're going to listen to her sound.
Oh, I get... Do Not Put Me on Pizza. That's Pineapple. That's our tracker. I was like wondering, why does this person have such a long, like, unwieldy name?
I have only just figured that out as well.
I did not put the pieces together until Do Not Put Me on Pizza chat user of the month says, I'm tracking. And I'm like, wait, which of our trackers is that? Is that you? No, obviously it's
Yeah,
not.
well, yeah.
And Reed Whaley confirmed
I
that
didn't know the
Avok
secret
is the
either,
Torva
Jeff.
Sentinel. I was right. I knew it. I told you.
Ooh, doing the swag strat arrow. Hopping through the hole rather than doing the other way around. Nice. Strangely, Audraxis' inefficient routing earlier here hasn't cost her. Now she's just ahead, even though she didn't even get the hint for Dark Beam. Interesting.
Yeah, really, that's definitely. I think
Because
part
I
of that is
thought
just
Arrow
time
would have,
loss
I thought
from
Arrow would have just
AeroRaiser.
been ahead, especially considering that Audra did Command Center. What happened? I'm actually very interested. I might just go back to look at how the routing worked out this way.
Well, yeah, just because AeroRaiser wasted a bunch of time on the commute, and Audraxis wasn't actually that far behind. You'll notice that Audraxis does not have the boost ball for a start, so this isn't quite as it's not
Audraxis does
quite as
have
simple.
boost.
What?
Audraxis does have boost.
Oh, and why isn't it marked?
Oh, someone
Oh,
forgot. It's
because
fine.
she doesn't have
Sometimes the
boost. She's
tracker
not
lags.
boosting.
Sometimes the tracker lags too, so you click the button and then it's like, oh, never mind. Mining Plaza, we get to see this Annihilator hint. One room away from Aegon Key 3. Okay, so we've confirmed that.
Oh no, Audraxis does have boost ball. You're right.
Okay, so I'd like to ask Arrow why he save warped. Why the save warp
I
or
don't think that's a very good question because obviously the answer is because I wasn't thinking. I didn't like route out all the rooms I would have to go through in my head.
maybe I mean you don't know. Sometimes like you ask this question and it's like, well, obviously just hot dog. But then you ask them and they were like, well, I was thinking about this or that, and you never know. And I'm genuinely curious. I'm not asking it to be mean. I'm asking it
Yeah, I
because
know,
like
I
I'm
know.
curious
It's
if
just
maybe they were thinking, oh, I was gonna do this, and then they realized, oh, that I'm gonna back out of that plan. Like,
Audraxis does have a little bit of a minor platforming blunder in Mining Station A. It gets swept off of the higher area by the sandfall. It's a little unfortunate, but it happens. We're already heading into Command Center, though. That didn't slow us down much at all. What can we expect from labs now that we have our Dark Beam?
storage B. Storage B
It's
isn't
very
logic.
true.
We have
Storage C is not, though. We have to come
storage
back
C is
for
not.
that.
We can't even get to bioenergy. We don't have bombs.
That's very true.
Yeah,
It's really going to limit where we can go in labs.
yeah. Bombs hard locks like bioenergy area. Audra's forgetting that. Neither player elected to get Mining Station A, so I'm guessing Mining Station A is dead.
Presumably.
We also have Storage D as well.
D is in Dark Beam. That's going to be next to Dark Samus 1.
Yeah.
Audraxis remembers the horrible truth that we do not have bombs and has to turn around.
Mm-hmm.
She was making that same mistake that I was. She was thinking, oh, I'm just going to go, oh yeah, I can't do the loop. Because you're so used to doing that when you play this game and following these nice and neat paths. So especially when the game takes away one of your your very early items, it just doesn't give it to you. That can obviously cause a bit of confusion.
Pineapple in chat letting us know that at least she's not at least she's remembering here and not when she's in the junction site bomb slot, which is just
That's
a
very
callback.
true.
If you missed that race, highly recommend it.
I might need to watch that.
So we got to reload this room because the crystals are not active until you reload the room.
Yeah, the game doesn't expect you to have any beams by the point that you're seeing that cutscene, so they just kind of didn't bother to make the crystals appear during that layer. Because obviously it's a lot of work to attach like the crystal to like this moving object and only make it show up once the cutscene happens. And the people at Retro just said, you know, I'm not going to script that because I don't really need to. And so we have to reload the room. That is really, something that a lot of the designers would do. There are things where you would make an object like move by attaching it to another object. They could have done it. Good example: the turrets in Central Mining Station. when the space pirate flies out of the destroyed turret, what they do is they actually just they sort of attach that ragdoll to like a physics object. Then they apply a force to the physics object, and they just let physics take its course. It's this beautiful thing that happens, more or less on its own. But somebody had to actually sit down and make sure that happens right.
Bombs and storage D.
Very big
Oh.
find. Yes, that's
Now
actually
I
going to
think
be
we
a
just
pretty major item.
I think we just go straight to labs further. In the meantime, get the hint here. Missile related.
And we have an item here in main reactor. It looks like a missile as
Looks
well.
like a missile, but you want to double check it because you never know with supers. They look very similar. We have screw attack, so we just get this. I'm pretty sure both players are skilled enough to do this strat here, which is what Hodger's going to try now, and gets
It's
it.
just missiles, yeah.
Okay, good. Missiles. Okay, I think the route here is just do the 2 checks we have left in labs that are logical. Sand processing and bioenergy. And then I think that's it for labs, and maybe we do a doomed entry play, or we do... What are some other Dark Beam checks we can do? We can check Mineshaft. We can check Aegon Energy Controller. There are options.
Yeah, the bombs are
Arcade
really
gun
more
loop.
interesting to me than the dark beam at this point. There's a lot more we can do with bombs in a lot more places. We obviously already have communications area. We already have hive chamber B. Sand processing is just going to be an ETM, which is not going to help us much at all. AeroRaiser, meanwhile, gets the bombs for itself. This is another thing that bombs let us do. We obviously get into bioenergy from the back.
What would you recommend we do here? Would
Well,
you?
recommendations? Pretty much just do things here. There's no point going
There's only
across
2
half
things
the
we can
map.
do here.
Just
There's-
get whatever's closest. It's not really too complicated. At
No, I
this
mean
point. There's not a lot of
after we get
choices.
bioenergy, what do you think? Do we go?
Well, it
do we
depends what we
save and
find
then
here
go do the
because
doomed
we have
entry
to
play?
find something very soon.
Well, do we do the doomed entry risky play, or do you say no? We'll come back to doomed entry later. What is this? Looks like dark ammo. Or do you think we just skip doomed entry, don't even risk the soft lock, even though the save station's kind of right there, and just go back to early Aegon and do stuff there? Because doomed entry is available right now, it'd just be a dangerous action. What do you think of that?
That one's hard to say. I would probably go doomed entry, honestly, if I were playing this right now. And then probably regret it.
I think the reason why I'm thinking about it is because it is an option because of that save station. It wouldn't be a disaster. But
Yeah, honestly, I would probably just... I probably would do that, honestly. I don't think that's what our runners will do, but I could be proven wrong.
I like that Audraxys went for the door kill on the Metroid. It's always funny. The Metroid just explodes. It's funny. Doomed entry.
Yep, we're doing it.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not like a tremendous failure or anything.
Yeah.
It's good to come here. Otherwise, we would have to go through multiple rooms just to get to the other portal, which is never a good idea.
Supers? Is that what I
It
see?
looked like it could be. It looked pointy enough.
No.
No.
Okay.
We do get a nice ultra energy there, which we absolutely needed.
Oh, do we do the entire loop to go to Incash 1?
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't.
It's very slow. Could save warp instead and do some other stuff in Temple Grounds. Let's see what we do. Save here because this save is pretty,
Yeah, we're taking a pivot here.
Okay, pivot.
This is in case the Temple Grounds play that you mentioned doesn't work out, then we just reset the game and we're back in Doomed Entry. Well, not in Doomed Entry, but in that sort of general area of the game.
The thing is, what do we do in Temple Grounds? we have only 3 checks left, and none of them are accessible. In
We
Temple
can't do the
Grounds, in
shift. We
Sky
haven't
Temple
actually
Grounds.
fought Jump Guardian, so that's off that's off
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah, we can't do FDA, we can't do All of Honor Dead. I don't exactly know. Yeah, Great Temple is nothing. Sky Temple Grounds, no. Can't even get out.
This is probably going to be. Can we do phase on grounds with our current gear? I think we can.
Wouldn't be
Oh wait, we
logic.
can't get there. We can't get there because we don't have. We don't. Wait, yeah, we can. We have the visors, don't we? Or the translators to get the elevator from Great Temple, but that's obviously not what we're doing because we took the other elevator.
Yeah, we need a bunch of stuff for physics, so I'm not exactly sure what this save warp is here.
Yeah.
It kind of just feels like we lost a bunch of time. Beam related and
Is this actually a faster way to get to the other portal, or am I? I think it might have been if we were in that save station. Then just it wouldn't have been faster if we wanted to go there from command center, but I think it would be from that save station.
Did we? You can't check Battleground with this kit, right?
No, of course not. We're going to just Dark Aegon. We need super.
No, I just mean, could Audra have checked Battleground? No, we need Lightbeam to check Battleground. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, staying in Dark Aegon, I guess. I guess maybe like I think I would have liked this maybe a little bit better if we did in Cache 1. Because like, I don't, at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what the correct route here is, or the correct route would have been. But that's yeah. But we're grasping at straws here. It doesn't matter now. What's done is done, and we have.
Turns out not to be anything, so Audra is going to be wasting a bit of time on that. But what about the hint? The keys for Dark Torvus are Aegon and Dark Torvus Bog. That's a very good hint to get. That's one of our Dark Keys hints. We're guaranteed to get one for each set of Red Temple keys.
Was that Torvus or Aegon keys?
Dark Torvus.
No,
Aegon
Torvus
and
keys
Dark
or
Torvus.
What
Those are our
keys?
two
Sorry.
locations.
What are our
keys? Oh, the keys were for Torvus.
Torvus, okay.
The hint, though, that's absolutely very appreciated.
Yeah. Did we check Mineshaft? I don't think AeroRaiser did Mineshaft, unless I missed it. I guess we're doing it now. E-Tech.
No, I'm pretty sure AeroRaiser dipped Mineshaft and just didn't get the item.
And now Arrow is just ahead. Graze is going back and forth. But the early Aegon loop makes sense here. I think that was the end destination for either player, no matter what route they went for.
I don't think it's as simple as saying that AeroRaiser is ahead. Like, technically, positionally, yes, he is. But he hasn't checked as many items as Audraxys. He doesn't have the info on Doom Entry, for example. So I do think that he would be behind in my rankings in terms of who I think is going to win the race based off current position.
Mostly an outline and excuse me, and an out loud reminder to myself to switch the audio because we sometimes forget to switch the audio. Generally, you want to switch the audio to the person who's quote unquote ahead. So that's sorry, that was just clarifying my statement. 2 HUD systems in Sky Temple Grounds.
AeroRaiser is struggling a little bit with this slope jump, but he does manage to get it there. We're skipping straight to the final block here. If we destroy that, which we can do with a screw attack, and in fact, we have to do that. Oh wait, no, we found bombs earlier. We would have had to do that if we had come here earlier. But you can destroy those blocks with a screw attack, which saves a lot of time. And in fact, Audraxys actually did it much faster than Arrow and got much closer. You can see that they're only off by a few seconds at this point.
So just reminded me to clarify it. So Dark Visor and Sky Temple Grounds can't be Defile Shrine, can't be
Ing Reliquary, and it can't be on Defile Shrine, Ing Reliquary, or a Cursed
So it can either be Pod W, Phase on Grounds, Profane Path.
Yes.
Those are 3 spots.
Yeah, there's 4 places it can be. 3 flying in caches, and of course, more ritual grounds, like you mentioned, which is also Dark Visor locked independently. Item in Crossroads looks like, is that a Seeker by any chance? Or is that just an expansion? That's just an expansion.
Doesn't look like Arrow did it, just opened the bomb slot as electing, both of them electing to go back to the light world immediately. Not sure this is the most efficient play, I think, because we have to go back, because we'd want to go back to the Dark World to check Incash 4 and Jump Guardian. But it doesn't matter, we just know it's there. Never mind, it's a suit in Transport Center. The correct play. Unless they saw it earlier and I just missed it. But also we can just do this. Excuse me, I forgot we have boost wall. We can just do this, so this is a little faster, actually. This is fine. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, this is actually a really clean route. I appreciate this.
This is good. But Audraxys is not doing that. Going back to the portal.
That's going to give AeroRaiser a little bit more time save now.
Yeah. A little bit of an inefficiency on Audraxys, but see how it turns out. What? Yeah, pretty close. Trading things back and forth. Some minor inefficiencies here and there from both players.
Yeah, this is definitely more of a gameplay seed than just a pure routing seed. It's really interesting to see how these little bits of execution are giving and taking seconds, and that we can actually see that difference in our standings just based off of those differences.
Arrow electing to go straight to Incash 4, whereas Audraxys electing to go to Judgment Pit first. I'm not sure which one's better. I think...
I like Judgment Pit better.
Because you can save warp after picking up Incash. Ooh, that looks like... Cannonball?
It's going to be behind... That requires our Spider Ball to get in. We need Spider Ball logically to complete it. So obviously that has to be our Cannonball.
Yeah. And because we have Boost Ball, it can't be Boost Ball, so...
Of course.
And because we have bombs, we have no opportunity to turn into an Ink Smasher. Shoutouts to Bella. I will make fun of Bella for the rest of the time because of that. It was very funny. Okay, for those of you who don't know, we are not shooting at the air, we are actually shooting at the boss. The boss, they just forgot to make the bosses, like the boss is always there, but they didn't make the boss
indestructible. It's invisible, but it's not intangible. We can, in fact, shoot it, and it will actually deal damage. There are some limitations. We can't actually kill the boss while it's invisible. We have to wait for the fight to start. It'll let us get it down to like 0.1 HP. And you see, Audraxys actually did it a little bit wrong. We see a lot of health still remaining. We want it to have basically no health. We can get it down to literally just like 1 health. What you see that AeroRaiser has and immediately wins the fight after like 2 shots. Audraxys, you can't screw attack into Jump Guardian. I'm afraid they must have thought of that. I don't know why, but you can't do it. So you can see Audraxys is losing a lot of time because we have to actually fight the boss when we do that. Yeah. And the boss, as the name would imply, jumps around a lot, which makes things a little bit more difficult. You can't just pin it down.
And the reason why it's slower to fight the boss straight up instead of doing this is because the boss will jump around and become invulnerable during the jumps, and that's just slow. So, okay, so yeah, I'm starting to see why you like this this play instead. Oh, never mind. Audraxys is a genocidal murderer and murders the Lightbringers.
Pain.
Shame. 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 For shame. But anyway, I like this route. We can save warp out. Now... Okay, so what is in logic left here? Darksuit puts...
There's Plane of Dark Worship into logic if we find our
No, we don't have Light Beam.
Yeah, I said if we find our Light Beam.
Oh, excuse me. I interrupted you. That is my bad. GFMC ship. Yeah, I think GFMC ship is our only check left.
Gotta be.
Yeah. Now, Arrow, that's not the only check Arrow has left because Arrow has Doomed Entry. And also in
Audraxis will actually
cache.
be first to get to the ship, which is a little interesting.
Now does Arrow? Okay, Arrow save warps. So
Yes.
no big deal.
Audraxis taking the time to scan the gates while we're here.
Yeah, they're very slow, so might as well do it now.
Yeah, this way we don't have to wait for them to lower should we ever need to use one of those in the future.
Okay, so if it's not GFMC ship, then it's in cache 1. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look at the list of checks we have. We have no access to Torv's blog, so I'm not gonna look there. Sky Temple grounds, we don't have anything there. Sand Canyon, no, we don't have Light Beam. Storage A, we don't have that. Storage C, nope. Vent area A,
it has
nope.
to be on the ship. That's what I'm saying.
It has to be on the ship or either the ship or in cache 1. Those are only two. Those are only two options of what progression can be. I'm just double checking to make sure that I didn't miss anything.
Audraxis, I'm fairly certain, has not saved since that pivot save. We could, in theory, go back to it if need be. But we
Light
won't,
beam.
because that's our light beam.
UFMC ship, light beam. Gonna
Audraxis
find the dark
will
beam hint.
last
Is gonna say
location.
thank you game.
Well, almost last location. You mentioned in cache 1.
Yeah.
We do still technically have that. But that would have been, obviously, not a great place to find... Not a great place to check if it wasn't light beam, so we didn't want to do that.
What do you think? What do you think is a good route now for either player? We got light beam. A lot of the game opens up all of a sudden. What do you think?
You're not suggesting a lot of routes of your own, but the light beam I would probably just take back to Aegon. Maybe do Canyon, then go into Ventilation Shaft, and then check Sync. You could also do some stuff like Plane of Dark Warship before you head back to Aegon.
Yeah, I'm wondering, what do you think of? What do you think of Torvis? Can we get to Torvis? We don't have supers. We have Emerald.
We don't have Supers, we don't have Seekers. Torvis right now doesn't seem like the best idea. I'm not entirely sure we can, actually. I mean, we could technically do it. Obviously, if we did Seeker Skip, for example, on the elevator from Aegon, that would get us into Torvis, no problem. We would have to do another Seeker Skip, though.
I just meet through the front to go through meeting grounds, get those 2 hints there. Torvis Lagoon is logical, because we have the gravity boost. It doesn't seem like it would be an outlandish play. Because Aegon is pretty thin right now, because we've cleared up a lot of it. Aegon Waste has 1, 2, no, not even 2, like, it has very few logical checks. It has Sand Canyon logical.
Could also do with that boost ball.
And it has Vent Area A logical. We only have 2 logical checks in Aegon, is what I'm saying.
You're seeing Phazon grounds from Audraxis, which I mentioned earlier.
It's like an ammo, yeah. Now, if we had Spider, we could... no, never mind, we don't have Dark Visor. I was about to recommend maybe going Ing Reliquary, maybe that would be a play. If we find Dark Visor and Spider, then Ing Reliquary might be a play. We're high-fiving in the trans-dimensional area.
Well, we can't do Ing Reliquary because we don't have Dark Visor.
Yeah. It was just thinking that might be a play because that's a HUD system, and HUD systems tend to be good. So it might be worth it if we find Dark Visor and Spider Ball. Grab that Cannonball, go to Ing Reliquary. Yeah, Hall of Honor Dead is also an option, and I think both players are good enough to do the IU out to get out without...
Yeah, I already mentioned Hall of Honor Dead. That's definitely a very interesting location that we could go to, though. Again, we would need to do, like you said, the instant morph to skip the Seeker lock in order to leave if we did want to keep whatever we found there. But we do have the boost ball. We can go do it right now if we want.
Pod W is an option, yeah. Lots of routing options. We'll see. Looks like Audraxis is heading towards meeting grounds. Which I like just because of the hints. I actually am more and more convinced by Torvis as a player right now because only 2 illogical checks in Aegon seems to be seems to be very low check density. I think going towards Torvus makes a lot of sense here, especially considering the hints along the way. So what do we have here? Hive Temple, Ing Hive Sanctuary, and something.
That isn't going to be particularly useful. Both of our runners have the items and the skills to skip the Ing Hive key, so we're almost certainly not going to be actually looking for those.
I disagree partially. I disagree. I agree that they're good enough to skip it.
I'm not going to give you the time of day. No.
No. I agree. I agree that they're going to be able to skip it. I disagree that it isn't a useless. That it's a useless hint, because you can still make deductions about the Ing Hive location keys and then deduce that whether or not this key.
Yeah, but
is
we already
actually
know what's on quad. It's the Sky Temple key, and we need that to complete the game.
No. So I mean about reducing the like deducing knowledge about other keys based on knowing the fact that they can't be Ing Hive keys, or this one is an Ing Hive key, that one can't be. Because sometimes you'll get a hint that says a key in I
guess that's true, but I don't think that...
and before you poo-poo on it too much, I've had it happen to me in races where this has helped me like track the keys. I've been able to deduce which keys.
A red temple key here though, and that is going to be our Ing Hive key 1. That's already one of them gone.
Yeah. We
have 3 locations, so that means any other red temple keys, like you were saying, that we find in temple grounds, those can't be Ing Hive keys. Those have to be good keys.
Exactly. And it's things like that. Like I've had in races deduce that, okay, there's a Ing Hive key in Warrior's Walk because of X, Y, Z, and et cetera, et cetera. So that's why I still think you should read those hints, even though, yes, it is a meme and you can easily skip it. And you should make note of them in some way. But yeah, I understand. Like skipping Ing Hive keys, very easy. It's a meme, but
Audraxys does manage to get the morph out, the instant morph, very quickly. Meanwhile, AeroRaiser is heading to Torvus through the front, like you suggested. Just doing a bit of fancy footwork to get up to the portal without doing the whole gondola sequence. This does make Path of Eyes a little bit easier. The translator is an Ing Hive, so it has to be our Cobalt.
That means that Echo Visor is an Ing Reliquary.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Looks like Audraxys just wanted to do a Hall of Honor dead, and then, although AeroRaiser still could open the gate here and then go back, but I highly doubt that's what we're going to be doing. So yeah, Audraxys is electing to go Aegon, and Aero going to Torvus. Major route divergence here.
I still like this, because I think Audraxys could be capable of doing the Seeker skips to get into Torvus. And also, we have Plane of Dark Worship.
That's right, in terms of deduction, yeah, I think Plane of Dark Worship has to be Dark Visor now, just looking at it. Defile Shrine can't be, Profane Path can't be, and Warlord Showgrounds can't be. So Dark Visor, Plane of Dark Worship...
Profane Path can't be, because that Echo Visor is blocked by our Dark Visor.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a big play. AeroRaiser not doing this. I think Audraxys, this is the better play here to get this Dark Visor. Audraxys, like, computing the logic here perfectly. Unless we're wrong about here and we missed something, but it looks like...
No, we are not.
We are not, okay.
Visor, right there.
What a big play by Audra, reading the hints correctly here. Alright, Poison Bog, missile related. Torvus Lagoon, though.
Oh, that's a whole lot of nothing. An energy tank. And that's number 5. I don't think we needed that. I don't think it was worth it. I think that's not going to help AeroRaiser at all.
We still have plenty of checks, and we have the Emerald Translator, so we can do lots of things.
I suppose that's true, but I'm still advantage Audra pretty firmly. She's been playing this incredibly. She's been having just really good execution on everything. Is that a Spider Ball hint?
Spider Ball and Cache.
That's going to be the Seeker Lock in Dark Torvus. Like the one that's literally just Dark Torvus Lagoon.
Yeah.
We don't have Seekers yet, so that could be a little tricky to get. We might see a Seeker skip prioritized. I honestly wouldn't mind it.
I don't object to the Torvus play, I think the mistake AeroRaiser made was not calculating the hints. So I still like going to Torvus here. I think it's just way more check dense than going to Aegon. There's only 2 logical checks in Aegon. So I'm perfectly fine with going to Torvus. I just think Audra finding... And now Audra is going to Torvus anyway, so... Yeah. What a play for the Dark Visor. The fact that she was able to calculate this and figure this out in the middle of a race. Like, I was struggling to write it down on a dock while commentating with an overhead view. And she was able to do this in the
Well, I
middle
think
of
the
race. It's very
experience plays a
impressive.
big role in that. You can kind of start to once you make these deductions once, they're sort of lodged away. It's almost like the cache on your
Yeah.
internet browser. It's like you don't have to think about it that hard. It's just all there. Everything you thought about before. Also, we don't quite blow up the skiff with that charged light shot, which does slow the fight down quite a bit because now we have to actually kill the pirates. If we destroy the skiff while they're still while it's still coming in, the pirates all die with it, which is very convenient. But we didn't quite manage to do that in AeroRaiser's fight.
And our
Also,
scan visor freaking out. What was that?
yeah, that's no good. The
What
Aero
was
Pirate was
that?
still alive and shot AeroRaiser.
Incredible. Metro Prime 2 Echoes. Nintendo GameCube.
I love Echoes. Looks like a beam ammo on the Torvus Temple, so it's not going to be that helpful, but we are obviously going to want to come here. There's still an item in Torvus Energy Controller. We won't be able to access it without the super missiles, but we will want to have the elevator open for later anyways. And the elevator in the center of the room, even more so. That's a very useful one.
Where's Audraxys? Oh, forgot to open this. Okay. I was wondering where she was going here. Sorry to interrupt you. Carry on.
No, you're good. I was done.
Great Bridge. I think we already checked Great Bridge.
We did. It wasn't anything particularly inspiring.
Abandoned Worksite is next. And it's Sunburst. We'll take it. A little
That's
faster
not
final
really
bosses.
going to help us, but it's nice to have, I suppose.
Faster Emperor one.
That's technically true, but almost every runner just does either super missiles or annihilator anyways, even when they have the sunburst, in my experience.
Yeah, it's just a little faster. If you have it, it just makes it a little faster because you can fire it while the animation is happening and then pull out an annihilator and it's just way faster. Or not way, but yeah, you get the idea. It's cute. It's nice. It's a little nice thing.
Audraxys gets the spider ball hit as well. And a powerball expansion. Always nice. That's a grapple beam in Portal Chamber. Very interesting. I don't think we're going to come back for that one, though.
Yeah, probably not. If out of bounds was enabled, then maybe you could get it on the way, but not here. It looks like Arrow's grabbing it though. Oh, but Arrow didn't check Portal Chamber, probably. So he's probably grabbing it because didn't check it earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like a blind check.
It can be useful to speed up some sections like minor optimization and movement, but it's
Not
definitely
really.
definitely not worth it if you know it's there, I think. Which Arrow did not. Are we going to see the Cache A secretless? I think that would be wise here.
Audraxys gets a much better time out of the first pirate fight. We still have this second wave of guys to beat, but that goes pretty smoothly.
Not going to see secretless from AeroRaiser. Interesting. Maybe just not comfortable with it. But it is a big, big item.
Definitely not easy.
The great thing about that secretless is there are about 1 trillion ways to do it, so if you don't like one, just use another. Everybody does that secretless differently. Yes, one of them did. Let me check. Chat for you. Battleground said beam related. AeroRaiser save warping. Do we have access to... No, we do not have access to underground tunnel. I think we're done with Torvis after this. So if Audraxys gets... So if Audraxys gets, something that gets that secretless, then maybe we're cooking here. Although I don't think
It would certainly help. We obviously needed to finish the game to do Emperor Ring 2, but it also gets us our Cannonball, which would be very helpful for Chica. Since obviously all of our bosses are mandatory, we really do want that Cannonball before we fight Chica.
Audra also has the option here. Well, actually, I wonder if either player considered this. I'm going to ask them of doing. Oh, yep. I'm just about to say it. Gate skip.
Here we go.
This is very powerful. Allows us to skip supers to get deeper
rolled off. But yeah, gate skip is very good here. I really like that play in this situation. AeroRaiser is the 12th seed and Audraxys is the 10th seed. So it's not like... I think both of them probably could do gate skip in a pinch, but I definitely imagine that coming more from the higher seed player like we're seeing here.
This is completely out of logic, though. And considering that, I don't think we can do anything else in Torvis logically for Arrow. So after we find this Dark Visor, where do we go?
Still, we do need super missiles logically to complete the seed, so we can just assume they're somewhere else.
Yeah.
And get them later.
I'm mostly thinking about the logical implications for Arrow here. What, I guess, Dark Aegon. There's some Dark Aegon stuff that we can do. We can do Battleground.
Close.
We can do Battleground. Can't do Feeding Pit. We can do Incash 1. Can't check Warrior's Walk yet. We could check Defiled Shrine.
That's true.
Might be an option as well. So there's plenty of routing options here. Let's see how Arrow goes about it. Whether it be to go straight to Aegon, or detour for Defiled Shrine or something. Or at least check the ship hint. But no, going straight to Aegon.
Defiled Shrine kind of inconvenient to check without supers?
Oh, supers. Excuse me. Oh. I haven't seen Defiled Shrine this entire week. I forgot that there's supers doors to get there. Because nobody goes to get SDK hints because we already know where the SDKs are. Yeah, we have more stuff in Aegon. You know, when I said earlier that there were no logical checks, that there were only 2 logical checks in Aegon, I was only half right. If I only meant light Aegon, then yes. There are only 2 logical checks in light Aegon, but there's plenty in dark Aegon. That is my apologies. I've completely forgotten about that, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot to do in dark Aegon, so this isn't like a mistake or anything from AeroRaiser. I think it's a good play.
Yep. It's the only play we can make, I think. There's nothing in Sky Temple Grounds we can do. Nothing in Temple Grounds. Nothing left in Torvis unless we want to do out of logic like what Audra is doing. So
Audra has been struggling with gate skip for a while.
Yeah.
That's really not helping, I think. I do think that the gate skip would have been the right move if we had gotten it, within like a minute. But this is starting to drag just a little bit, which I don't like.
See how it plays out, though. If Audra finds something significant, then it'll be worth it, definitely. Being Reliquary requires Seekers, yes. But we have Screw Attack, so... Okay. We're going to check Battleground first.
I think that's probably the right play, because we get 2 items here, since we have our Dark Visor.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the Central Mining Station hint was?
Beam related.
So this could be Annihilator, potentially.
Ooh, what is that?
Or it could be Supers. That looks like a missile expansion to me.
Oh, it looks like we're going
No,
for
wait,
it.
that's Seekers. It must be.
Or Supers. Seekers. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laser power bomb, and we hopefully see most of the others being finished off by the light nodes.
Would like to check the Incash, yes, thank you. because it
Looks
is
like a
beam
beam ammo
related.
to me, a dark beam ammo. Seekers on Battleground is pretty big news for AeroRaiser. He's definitely feeling at least a little happy about that, while Audraxys is still doing the gate skip. I guess we're in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say.
It is a powerful trick. It is very powerful. It unlocks a lot of checks. And like, sunken cost fallacy is a thing. Because if we leave, then it takes like, what, 2 minutes to get to our next check? Whereas if we stay here, and even if we fail it for another 30 seconds, that's still faster.
Yeah, I still think we should continue going
Okay,
for it.
we're
But
bailing on
Audraxys
it though.
apparently disagrees.
In cash one.
And super
Oh my
missiles.
god. It's clearly the play.
Oh goodness, it was loaded. Dark Aegon
loaded.
was loaded. Audraxys strategically avoided all of the progression items. That's no good.
She mostly just lost time on this trick. I think she's going to do the same route that that AeroRaiser did. I mean, you kind of have to. There's no other options.
Oh, are we going to see a seeker skip though?
The secret skip might be big, or it might even things out because Arrow would have to go all the way back here to grab this.
Yeah, we do need Spider Ball.
Yeah.
AeroRaiser does have the seekers at this point, so he can come here and do it vanilla.
Audra not doing
Audraxys
seals.
is having second thoughts. Maybe not doing that. Maybe it was just a check for what's that? Venomous Pond?
Yep, which is nothing.
Oh, reconsidering? We're not certain, but we're gonna try. Audraxys is gonna try the seeker skip, which I applaud. We know we need this item. We're gonna kill the Hunterine first, so it does not bother us. Oh, what are we doing?
Just going back this way?
Ah, very indecisive. Or am I missing something?
Dark Aegon is done. We cannot do anything more in Dark Aegon. The next, I think now Arrow should stay in Aegon and clean up those logical checks. Sand Canyon, Ventaria A, Storage C. Actually, all of them. We can get every check in Aegon. We can clean Aegon now, right now. Going back for the gate skip, which we know is just not going to work out. There would have to be something incredible in off of this play for Audraxys to make this worthwhile. So we have Storage C, Sand Canyon, Vent Area A, sorry, Storage C into Vent Area A into Sand Canyon into Mining Station B and Storage A.
Audraxys is going back to gate skip.
Yeah. There are no hints past this gate. No, it has to be a crazy item. It has to be, and we know it can't be a HUD system.
It can't be one of our missile items. It can't be supers or seekers, which is what we would really want here, I feel.
I think it can. The only thing that makes this worth it for
Annihilator
Audra is light
or a
suit.
red key?
Annihilator or light suit, yeah. But Annihilator beam is one from Aegon Key 3, and Aegon Key 3 is in. We don't know. We don't know where the Aegon keys are. So this would have to be like an Aegon key, maybe two Aegon keys.
Well, it could be
and/or light
Torvus
suit.
Plaza and the tunnel room that leads to Torvus Plaza. That could be our Annihilator and our Aegon key, potentially.
Yeah. So I
Those
think
are two
Annihilator
checks,
plus
one
Aegon
of the
key
five.
or light suit in order for this play for Audraxys to be worth it. But Arrow could also just be on his way back to this area and be doing this anyway. So, yeah, this is rough. This is rough. Very unfortunate. But Arrow could also, instead of Yeah, instead do clean Aegon and then go to Sanctuary instead. Which is in logic. With that Dark Visor, with the Seekers, with the boost. So Sank is in logic, at least through Sank entrance. And I think that's probably what Arrow is doing, because if we were doing this the other way and going to Save Warp, we'd probably have gone to Vent Area A instead. First, rather than Mining Station B. Or Arrow is just going straight back to Torvis through Portal Chamber, which seems like that's what he's doing, yeah. So we're not even going to clean up Aegon. Interesting. I'm going to ask about that. I don't mind this route. This is a perfectly fine route. I'm just interested here. But that pretty much does mean that Audraxys is... any advantage Audraxys would have by doing the skip is just completely gone, I think, at this point. Which is just really, really unfortunate.
We have just spent too long here.
Yeah.
We can't really justify this. At least not in hindsight.
Okay. If there is always progression in Underground Tunnel, we will find out if that statement is true. Today. Just ignore all the other times there was no progression in Underground Tunnel, but... not today.
AeroRaiser is now absolutely ahead of Audraxys. We're already in Underground Tunnel. Morbus is guarding STK1. Gee, didn't realize that. Hey guys, we have a required boss this seed.
So that is only 2 of our 5 joke hints out of the way. Kind of close to the... Okay, good. Oh my god. If Audra nailed it first try, then we might have a race. Because that's Annihilator Beam in Torv's Grove. So unfortunate. This would have been a correct, like a good play.
And that is obviously going to be our key. We don't quite get it though. We die because we don't have the right angle in that screw attack.
Slide off. Oh man. Well, the race isn't over, but Audraxys is very, very, very behind right now. So we'll see what happens, but this is very unfortunate.
I can't see that much that Audraxys could do to catch up. Normally the catch-up mechanic in Echoes, if you're this far behind, is to just go out of bounds and break the game, but we can't really do that. Just to get all the items that we would need to complete the those Super and Seeker missiles specifically, we would have to go so far. The only way Audraxys could come back from this is to skip those items, and we really can't.
Yeah, to be clear, I think...
We could technically skip the Seekers, but that's pretty difficult. But the Supers are completely mandatory, so it's kind of a moot point. AeroRaiser adding insult to injury would be high five.
Not even going to check Torvis Plaza? I guess we can't check Torvis Plaza, but we can check Plaza Access. I guess we want to grab Spider first and then go to Torvis. Yeah, okay. Yeah, grab Spider first. Makes sense. My apologies. I'm not sure I agree with, like, just giving up on this at this point, because now Audra knows that she's behind. And this play has to work. It's always easy to know in retrospect that you should have given up on something when you know that the progression is somewhere else, but we just don't know that. It could be that this is the correct play.
Yeah, you can't really blame Audra for trying this. I think it was, again, I was very much on her side when we were just starting and pretty far in, but at this point, yeah, we have to give up.
But not to be too negative, is there... Oh, a key. What is this one? Dark Taurus key 2.
We're one away from our Chica, which is very nice.
Just not to
The
get too
last one
negative,
has
is there any way that Audra could come back here? Like, what would the play have to be here? What would...
Well, I don't think so. Pretty much the only way I can think of is for AeroRaiser to completely hot dog it, and we've already got most of our items.
I just mean, like, what would the seed have to give us to make this a race again? What do you think? Maybe a
Nothing.
key in
I
FTA and light
think you're
suit
being
gamble.
a little bit optimistic. It's very much.
I'm trying to, because there's nothing else to say. If we just aren't optimistic, then the race is over, right? Like, I'm trying to think of like what plays. If you were in Audra's position right now, what play do you think would be the best one to make after this skip, or if after we give this up?
Well, just to play the seed as normal, pretty much, and just hope that AeroRaiser has a lot of trouble finding keys. However, we do have hints for our Aegon... Wait, do we have hints for our Aegon keys, actually? Where could those be? That Cobalt Translator could potentially play a role. If we have something in, like, Sync Map Station that we need, if that's where one of our Aegon keys is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have an Aegon key hit chest yet.
Oh, that's why we didn't. That's why Audra didn't go towards Dark Forgotten Bridge that way, because she didn't have supers, and neither did Arrow. I guess Arrow save warped out. That's right. Was Audraxys decided to come back to try again? We were wondering why she didn't go towards Dark Forgotten Bridge through Dark Abandoned Worksite, or whatever that room is called. But now we're gonna fight the funny boss. Let's see what's on the pipe. Let's see what's on the boss. E on the pipe, and on the boss, we'll find out shortly. Morph, dodge the slash. Powerbomb. I'm not sure if that worked.
It barely didn't, but the fight is over anyways.
Yeah. Spider was cache, yes.
That was definitely not the usual routine I'm used to from that was very close. We do get a light suit out of it though, which is quite nice.
It's crazy because I think Audraxys would have been rewarded with this play if she got it like 10th try, right? Because like there's the Annihilator, there's the light suit. Like, she would have gotten that earlier, and then maybe now she heads into Aegon and does Feeding Pit and finds something. Maybe a key or whatever, right? Whereas Arrow would now have to backtrack. So it would have been a race. That's just so unfortunate. Like, the gate skip is just that powerful, but like, if you can't get it, then it's not. It's so unfortunate.
Well,
I feel bad.
Of course.
I feel really bad, yeah.
Yeah,
gate skip, like Chad said,
ideal.
gate skip could have been huge, yeah. Man, it would have been like a very interesting run, because like Audraxys would have had advantages, AeroRaiser would have had advantages. It would have been Awesome. That's so unfortunate. Let's see what's in Plaza now. As we can go. In terms of items, actually, I'm trying to think. What are we missing? We just need, we have Spider. We know where AeroRaiser is. We can go get it. The only major, really, that's missing is Cobalt. And that's in Inghive. So... We're
And
pretty
our
much like in...
AeroRaiser.
We're pretty much in,
We're
like,
gonna need to go
E-Hunt
to
mode.
Ing Reliquary to get that.
Yeah. I think we want to do that. I think maybe the route here for Arrow is finish the Torvis cleanup, and then... Maybe do lower Torvis? Actually, no. What would the route be for Arrow here? There's options here. We got, we can do lower Torvis. And then into Sank? Or we could go get that Cobalt right away now, right after finishing up Upper Torvis. And then go to Sank Entrance. And then come to Lower Torvis later. I'm not sure which one's more optimal. One route gets us 3 hints, but delays the Cobalt. The other route gets us the Cobalt and gives us the entirety of Sank right away, with hints. So I'm not exactly sure which route would be better.
I would definitely go Cobalt if I had to choose. Getting those hints can always be a pretty big game changer.
Or maybe an option in between, just do Lower Torvis and then save warp and then go get Cobalt. That's also an option. That's probably the best option now that I think about it. Get the 3 hints in Lower Torvis. Because that right now we really just are hunting for hints. Like the Cobalt is a known quantity. The Echo is a known quantity. I think, yeah, we just get those hints in Lower Torvis. Get the hints in Torvis Energy Controller. Then grab the Cobalt, then go to Sank. Or, excuse me, the Cobalt is in Inghive. My apologies, I got confused. Get the Echo in, My entire analysis was silly. No. My apologies. I totally forgot. I mixed them up. I thought the Echo was in Inghive and the Cobalt was in, Ing Reliquary. That is wrong.
You're right, I had misremembered that hint too. My apologies.
Ammo and hints. Let's see. Hazen Cliff Powerbomb.
I guess technically we were missing power bombs too, now that that comes up, but who cares? We have the expansion already.
Our logical Sank access is through the front. It's always nice to know. Okay, Lower Torvis. Perfectly agree with this play. Well, yeah, Pineapple. If we grab Echo and Ing Reliquary, we're grabbing Profane Path. Why not? I think the correct play here is for AeroRaiser to clear as much of Lower Torvis as he can, and then save warp, grab Echo in Reliquary, do Profane Path, maybe some Sky Temple Ground cleanup if you want to, but I don't think we do. That would be really conservative. And then just go to Sank Entrance. I think that's the play. Lower Torvis, Echo, Sank Entrance. Clear Sank. And we have a... What do we have in Sank? We have... The Cobalt in Inghive. Do we have any keys in Sank that are known of?
Don't believe so.
No, we do not have any. So
we've been hit maybe one of the Inghive keys. I don't remember those, but our Torvis keys were hinted to us, and those are not going to be in Sank.
One of the Inghive keys is Sank, and one is in Inghive as well. So Hydro Chamber Storage. What do we got? Nothing. Next we have Under Temple, Ledge, and Boss if we want. We can do the boss. What do you think? Do the boss now? I think it's probably the best time to do the boss. Dark Oasis was missile related, so never mind. Maybe not. Maybe don't do the boss. Looks like we're gonna do the boss anyway. Not a horrendously bad check. Not like Chica or anything, but yeah. Yeah. Dark Oasis is hinted to be a missile, which is dead. In fact, I'm just gonna go through all the... Yeah. Dark Oasis is dead. I think we can quite literally clear all of Laura Taurus.
Yeah, with our current items...
Everything. Yep. Every single item.
There's nothing Echo locked. You know, we have a lot of tough items here. We have stuff like Dungeon. Obviously, it's not super approachable, but we can do that just fine.
Yep. Is Dark Visor hard required yet? I don't think so. Not yet. Emo Plant has what? A key. You can only have a key.
Come on.
Or Dark Burst. Neither.
No.
I think the only major we aren't aware of is Dark Burst. Yeah. Dark Burst is our only unknown.
Getting some ammo. We are going to want it.
Are we doing Sacrificial Chamber right now? Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to Grapple Guardian. That's why we want the light ammo.
Grapple Guardians show up in which rooms? Or Grapple Pirates show up in which rooms? Upper Taurus ones, right? There's Sunburst.
Plaza, right?
There's Sunburst.
Yeah, this is where we use Sunburst. This is a lot more common on final bosses.
I know the Hundo strat for Emperor 1 uses Sunburst. So that's
Now we
why.
scan it again. This is one of like very few bosses that we actually scan. The other one is Chica, specifically in the larva phase, since it activates some weak points.
Overkill, but I like it.
And you notice we used all of that light ammo. We are really, really down.
Are we confused about some sort of logic, or... No? Thank you, DF. Dark Forgotten Bridge, Great Bridge, Torv's Grove, Crypt. Under Transit 1. What do you got? After that, there's only Dungeon and Lower
That's
Dark
a red
Doors.
key.
That's a red key, which could be Inghive, but I'd still get it anyway, just in case. Dwarves Key 3. Oh no, wait, that couldn't be Inghive.
That's our last That's our last Chica key.
Yep,
Right
we
there.
can go back and do Chica right now, after Dungeon and Lower Torvis. But I'd still stay in Lower Torvis.
Oh yeah, that's the Dark Visor hard requirement. It is hard required. Whoever asked earlier for Chica to do the platform. Not like hard required that you can do it without Dark Visor, but logically.
I think the spirit of the question was, is a Dark Visor like required for a required item? I think that probably... Yeah, that's what they were... I think that's what the person was mainly asking. Although I don't remember who asked it. Alright, let's do Dungeon. It's rare you get to see this item, but here it is.
We're in the neighborhood. We're going to do it anyways.
Yep.
We're seeing a bit of a trick here to check the in-cache without going through the whole thing, and it's nothing, so we get to skip it.
Okay. Training chamber hint. And what was in Dungeon? I missed it.
Missile expansion.
Don't even need to scan the hint, because we now know what it is. Ooh, that's a good point. We don't have cannon. We don't want to go for cannon first. Tumos is dead.
Never. That's very nice. That's very nice.
Not a big deal in this preset to have Tumos have something, because you have to do quad anyway. So it's not a big deal. And it's actually kind of nice for fast traveling, but there you go. Audra hasn't said anything in the race time room, so I'm assuming she's looking up the trick.
Yeah, we're not seeing any movement on screen right now, so that would be my assumption. There isn't... Audra hasn't forfeited or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just walk out of that. It just clips you out. Just a missile and TTS. Really, really useful, because otherwise you'd have to go to Training Chamber first, unlock the Blom slot, and then go to Dark Taurus. That's a key. And TT? I think that has to be an Aegon key. Yep, that has to be an Aegon key. You know, in retrospect, this seat has been very linear. Like...
Yeah, there hasn't been a ton of room for divergence.
Yeah.
We're struggling a bit with this bomb jump, but we should be fine.
Underwater bomb jumps.
We are on a timer, but this timer isn't very strict. We have plenty of time.
Progressive suit exactly 4 rooms away from something. Not even gonna check Gathering Hall.
Nope.
Our only remaining check in Torvis is Gathering Hall. And Gathering Hall is a hint, so I feel like we should check the hint. You know? Was it exactly 4 rooms away or up to?
I don't remember, unfortunately. Hopefully somebody in the chat saw that.
Still no updates on Audraxys. She hasn't said anything in the race time room, so...
Thanks for keeping tabs on that.
No, we came from Catacombs. We went to TTS, then went back to Training Chamber. Could have gone to Catacombs into Training Chamber. I don't know why we didn't do that, but I guess we can ask him.
I didn't see what was on main research. The restream kind of studied.
It was just a missile.
Okay.
Another key. That might be an Inghive key. That is an Inghive key. In research. Or reactor core. Excuse me.
We're not going to be very interested.
Inghive key 1 or 2 or 3, actually. Just see what it was.
No, it was Inghive key 1, right? Because it was next to the... No, it was Aegon key 1. That was next to Annihilator. My bad.
All of Combat Master ETN. Off to Spider's Treasure we go. We're hazing Cliff War off power bombs, and you know what? Might as well grab them. Having more power bombs is nice. Give me Cobalt right here, just for the memes. Nope, not gonna check it. Junction Site Cannonball.
We are going to get our main power bombs in hazing clip while we're here.
You know what we could check right now?
What's that?
Put old Darth Dank entrance. And that's what we're doing.
Boy.
Oh boy, howdy. I love seeing Darth Dank entrance. I don't know why. I think it's a really cool room. I think lore-wise, it's just cool. I don't know why. I love... This game's so cool, dude. This game's awesome.
Yeah, Inghive is probably my favorite out of the Dark Worlds. It definitely has a lot of cool stuff going on with all of the like evil technology. I know it doesn't make that much sense lore-wise, but it's very visually interesting to look at.
Actually, now that I think about it, we know that Cobalt has to be an Inghive. So this check makes sense, actually, to me. It's not just, oh, I'm going to check it because it's there. I'm going to check it because, actually, there's a good chance that...
And it's right there.
It's right there. Darth Dank entrance. Love to see it.
AeroRaiser has some thoughts about that location.
I mean, there's only other 1, 2, 3, 4 other checks it could be. So, like, ATS 1 and 2... Dynamo Works, Gyro Chamber, It's actually one of the more tame checks. At least it wasn't Hive Dynamo. So, happy with that.
Absolutely.
Now, Arrow didn't grab Echo before coming here, which I think I disagree with. What about you? What do you think about that?
That feels like a mistake, coming to sync. Because there's so many uses for that in this specific area of the game. Like, if we were going anywhere else, I wouldn't mind that, but here in sync, you really want to have it. That said, we're probably here mostly for hints, and we know that most of the Echo locked stuff is in sync, not in Hive.
Yep. Now, Arrow could do something weird here. We could take this elevator to Aegon, and then do Aegon cleanup, and then do... and then save warp into Echo Visor, into back to Sank entrance, into more stuff. That could be an option. But I think we stay in Sank with that Cobalt. What do you think?
I think we stay in sync now that we're here, yeah. I don't see a good reason to go back. We still have good checks to do.
Not sure I agree with skipping the Hall of Combat Mastery hint. I think we do a quick drive-by of that first. But what are we thinking here? Maybe Sank map right away?
Sync map I'd love to do as soon as possible, given our current situation. We have Light Suit, we have the Cobalt, we really want to start doing it. Audraxys is back, and we're still going to try that gate skip.
Which has not said anything in the race time, to be clear.
Yeah, you've said that. She would definitely tell us if this was DNF, so I'm not too worried about that. Nothing in map station. That's actually really surprising. I was definitely expecting there to be something we needed.
You think? I don't know. We're just
it feels very like hinted towards.
The only thing it could be really is
like
just
the seed was pulling us in that direction. I felt.
You felt something in the force.
I felt a disturbance.
Felt a disturbance.
That is a red key. We do need it in reactor core.
We know that's an ink key.
Oh yes, you're right.
We skipped it.
I thought the Inghive key was like in a different place or something. And that was like a new key that we were just finding. My bad. I am tired.
Hello, tired. I'm sorry. Okay.
And that's our joke hint. Wonderful.
Our third joke hint out of 5. Technically we have 2, but we have 3 hints that tell us that the bosses have SDKs, so I consider it a yoke. Dark Burst and Hive and Dynamo Works Tunnel. I can't think of a use for that at all. At least Sunburst has some usage, but I'm not.
Dark Burst can be used for bombless bomb slots, but that's not really applicable. Yeah. We wouldn't have much use for that right now.
Every major is accounted for. It is a key hunt. Every single major. I repeat, every single major. This is where Echo would be nice. Morph Ball System and Storage D. Thank you.
That was our bombs.
Yeah, we were only missing one Torvis hint, one Amber hint, and 4 Cobalt hints left over. The defiled Shrine hint, and that's it. We were pretty filled out on hints.
Yeah, the file shrine is just a key bearer, so we're not too hot on that. We can go without that.
We are on old patcher, so there's a pattern to this. There you go. All of our knowledge on this seed currently lies in this document. Excuse me. I even have have a list at the bottom that has all of the checks that we don't know about. What are we doing, Arrow? A
We're doing Airy.
KR. Enjoy.
We are doing Airy.
Oh no! Hold on.
Oh, we're changing our mind?
No, we're not changing our mind. You know why we did that is because we're going to come back with Cannonball, and you cannot do that when you have Cannonball.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
That is a good thing for Arrow to do. In case we need to do Airy, that is good. I agree with that play.
Yeah, that's a good play. I like that.
Sank Temple Axis ETM. Not going to O'Lear? I want hints. We just want hints here, I think. Do you agree? Or
Yeah, we're mostly focusing on hints, I would say. It feels very strange not to go for O'Lear here. We did get the watch station hint, though.
Maybe want to do O'Lear last. Into Spider Guardian? Maybe? I don't no. I don't think we should do that. I don't know why we're not going for O'Lear. Res bits are just apparently indestructible. I'm gonna get watch station hit though. Progressive
That's
suit.
not gonna help. That's a suit hint, so that's pretty useless to us.
That was up to something rooms away from transport to Torres Bog.
Up to
In
3.
Aegon.
Up to 3. Not too relevant for us, though.
Which is transport center. That's where that suit was. Interesting way to do this, but if you're not comfortable with instant morph, this is fine. Not that much slower. Bombed a little late. Down we go, all the way down.
Terminal fall. Unfortunate. Managed to get it the second time. Hopefully we make this jump as well. Good.
Now you don't have to drop down after doing this bomb slot if you hug the right here. Oh, but we drop.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I'm sure AeroRaiser intended to do this strat, but just didn't quite manage.
Yep. What do you think about routing here? I think we do... I think we get this item. Then we go do quad. Return the energy. Oh, maybe that's what we're thinking. We go do O'Lear when we return the energy. That makes sense. Okay.
AeroRaiser is not having the best day.
Actually, now I understand why we're delaying O'Lear. Because we're gonna return... Because we can return the energy and visit O'Lear at the same time. So, that's fine.
Of course.
So, maybe do Cat West at some point then. I don't know if we do it maybe on our way back to Torvis, but I don't see a reason why we'd go back to Torvis unless we really want that Gathering Hall hint. Options. Yeah, probably grab the main research hint last. I think maybe we want to do Vault, maybe now or after ATS. Probably after Quad, yep. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got in ATS. Ing Hive Key, looks like vanilla. And a cheeseburger.
That might be one of our Aegon keys, though.
That's a good point. We shouldn't rush immediately to it. But if it's an Ing Hive Key, then it is vanilla. And if it is Ing Hive Key 3, then that's super vanilla. Ing Hive Key 2.
Well, there you go. There you go. That means we have found all of our Ing Hive keys at this point. Anything else we find has to be the Aegon key.
Yep.
Wrong beam. AeroRaiser is running out of steam like me.
Yeah, that's literally all of our keys. Yes. Yep, and yep. Okay. All right. Quad. I believe if you have the ammo, the fastest way is to Sonic Boom each leg. If you don't, use Light Beam. And if you want to make this fight really simple, you just blow up a leg, blow up one of the orbs at the bottom of the foot, and then just stand by a foot. And then you don't have to play this game, because Quad will just try and stomp you with that foot that has no energy in it, and harmless. Makes the fight really easy. At least this first phase, excuse me. And I think at this point Audraxys is treating this race as practice.
That would probably be the play here. I would definitely do that in this situation. You would want to take the chance to learn something new while we're here. This is still a Swiss stage, so failing doesn't knock us out of the tournament or anything. This is the brackets. We can absolutely take a loss and still end up in the
Well, I don't know how many rounds stage. How many rounds are there? There's only
6, right?
6 rounds, and if you lose 3, you're out, no?
How many Audra got
Isn't that how Swiss works? It's 6 rounds, basically a triple elimination random seed, right? I think that's the technical term of what it is.
Well, it's Swiss. I always forget how Swiss works. It's
Swiss is basically you randomly. It's actually in this case it's basically the first person to lose 3 in the Swiss is eliminated. Like if you lose three games in Swiss, you get eliminated. If you win 3, you advance. I believe that's how it works. And there's 6 rounds so that everyone can get through. So the 1-1s play against. So let's say you win the first round. In your first round, you play another person who won 1. And if in the 3rd round you play against the people who have the same record as you. Okay, let me try again.
Okay, Audraxys is 1-1, so we wouldn't be knocked out even if you're correct.
Let me clarify how the bracket works. So in the first round, you just play against the seeded opponent. In the second round, I believe you play the person, or in all the subsequent rounds later, you play the person with the same record as you. So if you're 1-1 in the second round, you play against someone who's 1-1, etc., until everyone has either lost 3 or won 3. I believe that's how it works. And so that's why we need 6 rounds. Another way to think about it is that it's a triple elimination bracket that's randomly seeded. But that would be way more complicated to actually draw it on a bracket page.
We are on the last phase of the fight. You just have to destroy 2 bomb slots at this point.
In other words, the worst phase of this fight. I detest this phase. I think most people detest this phase. Sometimes that can happen, you can just get stuck. If they gave quad like a shadow, that'd be okay. The quad does not have a shadow, and then now the depth perception is very poo-poo, as Op pointed out in chat. Wrong one. Do the other one. There you go.
There we go. That's our first boss eliminated.
Sky Temple key number 7. Although technically number 1 because we started with 6. Now I think we should return the energy. If not, then not going to Alir didn't make any sense to me. But if we're returning the energy, then not going to Alir makes perfect sense. We're not returning the energy. Okay, we're going to ask Aero about that. If this was just a hot dog, but maybe we'll see. I also just like returning the energy for fast travel. Like, that's what I like about this preset. The routing opportunities are, there are more routing opportunities. Yeah, Rita. I sometimes I wonder if like if quad is required, you should like rush quad so you can return the energy and get fast traveling for like better routing. I am a energy returning enjoyer. It's really cool to me. I would love to see a preset in the future. Maybe we could try it on one of the weeklies or something where the energy is unlocked earlier in some way. Maybe it only requires light suit and then the layer activates, or maybe it's just unlocked right at the start. That might be interesting. I'd be really interested to see what that looks like. Vault is nothing. We're not even going to go for it.
Yeah, we're just going to immediately turn around and leave.
I think now we go Cat W into save, or I have no idea. I have no idea how we're at this. I think we definitely want to go grab the. I think Arrow maybe now is remembering that Alir is an option. Yep, seems like it.
Getting stuck on the quads a little bit there.
I agree, Cat Human. That's why I brought it up. I'm like, I don't. Probably just a hot dog. Probably just. Oops, yeah, I forgot to go. Well, he was in Sank Temple access. So I don't know. We'll ask him after the race. We'll ask him. Not a big deal. Yep, we have the Tumo synth, but yeah, a lot of runners just forget about fast travel.
Just dark ammo, but the hint is what we want.
Yep.
Dark Aegon is an Aegon in towards the spot. Excellent news. Did we
we have two Aegon
control?
waste keys. We have one of each actually. Transit Tunnel East and Meditation. No, it has to be Aegon Waste. It has to be Aegon Waste.
Did we do Mining Station B?
No.
Okay, so it's probably there.
Just looking at a list of Aegon Waste, we have Mining Station B, Sand Canyon, Storage A, Storage C, Vent Area A. Those are our only unknown checks.
Oh, we never got Vent?
Nope. I don't think we did Vent Area A. Because Arrow came to... Wait, how did Arrow get here? Maybe we did. And I just missed it. Huh. I guess we'll find out. No, yeah, we came from Lower Taurus. But no, wait, what? I thought, did we get the hint? Did we get the main research hint? Because I don't have the main... The reason I was thinking we... Why don't we have the main research hint? I think I missed it. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go check the VOD for it, because we have time. Oh, we didn't have cobalt at the time. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. Makes sense.
I see.
Oh, Audra got it.
Oh, I
Finally.
just noticed.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that has to be a bit relieving. Maybe we would have liked to get it earlier, but we're playing. We're both of our players are now playing the game again, which is very nice.
It is nice to be playing a video game. All right, let's find out if we actually checked Venturier. I'm pretty sure we did not. Yep, I'm actually now completely certain. Yeah. And there it is. There's Venturier key. Go mode. Go mode for AeroRaiser. That is
Yeah, now it's
that
time for
sucks.
boss rush.
Yep. That sucks. Literally 30 seconds after Audra finally gets the trick, Arrow's in go mode. That is painful.
Never feels good.
Yep. Gonna go to the portal, fight the worm.
I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
And I'd actually like Arrow to go grab that cannonball. Audra finally getting the Annihilator Beam. Cannon was junction site. And Arrow can grab it now if he wants. Or after. It's up to him. Underground tunnel is one of our joke hints.
I returned. Did AeroRaiser get Cannonball, or are we in the process of doing that now?
We're getting the boss first, it seems. Hopefully we don't forget to grab Cannonball. Although this is where returning the energy would have helped, because if we returned the energy, we wouldn't have to take the long way around to get to portal to the Torvis elevator in Aegon. To preserve that cannonball, we could just go to Aegon Energy Controller instead. I'm not sure if that's actually going to end up faster anyway, but... Get your cat jams in chat, get your worm jams. Oh, just doing this on 5 light ammo, that's unfortunate. Should be okay, we have supers. A little bit more optimal, I think getting worm skip is a little harder with, never mind, we now have enough ammo to do...
Ooh, just missed this.
I agree, Op. For those who aren't reading chat, there should be a what is love head bop emote for this. I agree.
Okay, we're going for worm skip. It's looking good. It's looking good.
Should be good.
And there we go.
Those of you who don't know what this is, if you kill both worms like this, then the third worm won't spawn. You just can't do it on the third phase. If you do it on the third phase, you will soft lock. So just do it on this phase, don't do it on the third one. That's why Arrow is immediately killing this worm rather than doing the same thing that he did in the second phase. SDK number 1, here we go. Now, Audraxys, if she remembers her hints, actually no. There's now that we know Light Suit is blocked up by supers at least, then we know this can't be. This could be Seekers for Audraxys, which it is not.
Of course.
It could be Seekers, but it's not. We know it is not. How is Audraxys so far behind? Because she spent about an hour trying a trick.
Be kind. It was like half an hour.
No, it was actually an hour.
Wait, when did we start? Like
An hour
110?
ago. I'm dead serious.
Damn.
She started like 55 minutes or something, and then now we're at 2 hours. it was that long. It was rough. Yeah. So yeah, what Audraxys needs to do now is, I guess she could be going for that AeroRaiser right now. Now wouldn't be too bad of a time to go for it. Arrow got Cannonball, yes. He got it on his way out. Elected to route it to go towards dueling range instead of taking the portal immediately out.
Well, yeah, we wanted to do that to get the cannonball.
Yeah, I think I got confused with some rooms earlier when I talked about maybe using the energy controller. I think I was getting some rooms backwards.
Yeah.
My apologies. I am also now tired.
This was definitely a bit of a difficult race to cast, certainly.
Going to Aegon instead. It's literally been an hour since we deduced this, so I can't remember exactly, but I think... When did we figure out that Echo was in Reliquary?
Well, because it was a HUD system hinted, and we already knew Cobalt was in Inghive, and we knew that AeroRaiser couldn't, but was a required item, so it couldn't be locking itself.
I'm just trying to remember.
And we had no other HUD systems.
Where that translator was is what I'm thinking. Ah, Path of Ice. Okay, so Audra should know that Echo is in. That Echo is in. I was asking when, like when exactly, because I don't remember if Audra had the information. We know that information. I don't know if she knows it. And I think she should know it, but it was also an hour ago, so she might have forgotten about it. I don't know. Maybe just following the logic, like she knows there has to be something in Aegon. Which we know was like a billion things, like supers and seekers and... What else? I think there was one more thing.
No,
Seekers?
Yeah, maybe a dark key. It wasn't Grapple, and it wasn't Cobalt, and it wasn't Echo.
Let me check. I have it.
The item Audraxys is missing is, besides that, is Spider Ball, which was in Torvus.
I think it would have been Seekers and Supers, yeah.
Yeah.
Audra could go to Mining Station B, but probably electing not to because it's thinking maybe that Seekers has to be coming up here.
Getting the refill before we fight Chica, always advisable.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna rush pretty much immediately into final bosses after this, so having the ammo there also helps a little bit. We're fighting chicken now. We're going to be focusing on trying to get some damage in while also completing the scan here, which takes a while. AeroRaiser doesn't play that very optimally because normally you still want to be able to attack it when it comes up to the surface, when it sort of becomes vulnerable during its swim, and we just completely missed both of those opportunities, which is a little bit suboptimal.
You want to use supers when it flies out of the water as well, I believe. I believe that's the optimal damage in that case, if I remember correctly.
We do get the scan off very early, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But again, it would have been nice if we could have balanced those a little bit better. That's sort of like a very minor optimization thing for like the first 30 seconds of the fight. Now we do still have the rest of the fight to worry about.
I believe you want to use Annihilator here.
Well, it's a mix of... that wasn't a mistake from AeroRaiser. Misses a lot of shots on that one, which isn't ideal.
Audra finally grabbing the Seekers.
Which is very good for her. It's just unfortunately a little late. We're using a light burst, which doesn't actually do that much damage. It will, however, be... Oh, we're out of light ammo! Quick, quick, quick!
Oh.
Okay, we managed to finish the phase.
Got it.
That light burst
Right.
ate up a lot of ammo.
Now, for those of you who've never seen this before, behold, as Arrow makes Chica disappear.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. For those of you who don't know what that is, when you enter a cannon in this video game, the game gives you an item called Cannonball.
Correct.
And it only takes away that cannonball when you hit a wall or something after you get fired out of the cannon.
Yeah,
But if you're able to maintain the cannonball, then it does about 1 billion damage. Specifically, it does 500,000 damage per frame, and for some reason, Chica Adult is vulnerable to it. So, there you go, that's what. And Randovania has the option to shuffle Cannonball into the item pool, which we have done. AeroRaiser picked it up earlier in Junction Site after fighting the worm, and then just morphed and murdered the bug. In Cache 2, we know this has to be nothing. Yep. Yep, all the majors accounted for. Arrow displeased about something? Looks like Audra's gonna do... I don't know why we're doing this. I guess we didn't check in Cache 2? In Cache 1? Yeah, in Cache 1.
There are supers now as well.
And see, this is the advantage of having that light suit. So if Audra did this and there was an item in Feeding Pit, then we would have had it right.
Alright, the secret lock comes off. And now we're about to enter Sky Temple Gateway and face Emperor Ying. We're just a few moments away. What are our power bombs looking like? Is our power bomb situation good for Emperor Ying 2 right now? Oh, it appears that my co-commentator has died, or at least his internet has. We won't be seeing him until that gets fixed. It's very unfortunate. Oh, welcome back. Hopefully. Oh, please. Please turn off your microphone. Your phone sounds horrible.
Was bad. I apologize.
Alright. Now we get to start the final bosses. We have our full missiles. We have plenty of beam ammo. I just didn't quite get to see what our power bomb situation was.
Oh, am I back? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, good. Cool. I'll jump back out. I was just gonna jump in while you were talking.
No, I think it was just me.
There isn't that much to commentate on. Unfortunately, AeroRaiser doesn't get the one cycle with Annihilator, which that's never good. I gotta imagine AeroRaiser feels like he must be losing at this point with how long he spent on this seed, but he doesn't realize that he is.
Yeah.
It's, especially because AeroRaiser is 2 seeds ranked below Audraxys. Definitely easy to understand how the nerves might be playing a role here.
The thing is, I think, I mean, you ask any racer and they will feel like they're behind, even if they god routers sometimes. Like literally, I've asked them and they felt behind like that. But I think, in retrospect, I can't think of a reason. Like if AeroRaiser is able to, I don't think there's a reason why he should feel behind. Like, what was the main?
Well, we were very slow on that key hit and on our keys in general. That was one of our last items, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, watch station was the Sank energy controller. I guess, yeah, that's true. We could have gotten the Sank energy controller hint like right away, pretty much.
And we could have got the Aegon key in Ventaria A even earlier than that.
Yeah,
While
but
we were and that was our last item.
Oh, am I lagging again? Uh-oh.
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay. The stream was lagging for me. I'm like, oh no. It's like the first time my internet has died in like a few years, and I'm scared. I don't want to not this again.
By the way, I'm getting pretty hungry. I'm probably going to dip after AeroRaiser defeats Dark Samus. Is that fine? Will you be able to
That's fine. I got like... If you want, you can just drop by questions that you have for him.
I didn't have too many questions. You'll probably do just fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have no problems with it. What are you gonna eat?
I'm gonna make some delicious ramen.
I have some like slightly spicy chicken. I'm kind of excited about that I'm gonna eat later today.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not sure if I'm gonna have it like in a burrito or like part of like a little salad or something. It's gonna be, I don't know, options.
Yeah, that sounds pretty tasty. Yeah.
I'm really happy with the recipe I came up with. The sauce turned out really good. Got some smoked paprika, some cayenne pepper, some garlic. Oof. I like it. Alright, chat. Are we getting centered or not? Vote now on your phones. We're counting down some shots. I do believe Arrow set this up. Looks like it.
Alright.
Alright, we got a no. We got a yes. We got 1-1. What do you think? Are we getting 7? What's your gamble? Whoa. That was a little risky. Didn't get... Okay, got some damage off. Bonk? Okay. Okay, not getting centered yet. You're good. That might be it. That's looking like it's it. There it is. Centered.
That's no good.
The haters win this time.
Doubters win.
Oh, that's lame. Oh, maybe got some damage off? No. Couldn't even get the phase on blast in because Darth Sandy was had enough of that.
That's always the worst. Whenever the like knockback that you get, like the recoil from getting hit, and it makes you miss. That always sucks.
Oh, didn't get enough pellets that time.
Oh my goodness!
There.
AeroRaiser must be absolutely like shaking. I know I would be. This feels like you imagine there's a photo finish about to happen, and you have no idea that Audraxys is still in Torvis and hasn't picked up a single SPK this game.
For those of you who don't know in chat what Darth Sandy refers to, during the Mentor tournament, the Prime Mentor tournament this year, I don't know how it happened, but I just started a meme where we named the final bosses, like we started naming certain things in Prime after SpongeBob characters, like Exo was Mr. Krabs.
Oh, it gets
Essence
recoiled
was...
again. Oh, that's gotta sting. AeroRaiser. Oh, I gotta imagine the mental state is not looking good.
Which is unfortunate because he's about to win. But we called Samus Sandy. And Dark Samus Sandy when she's had a little too much to drink. Or Darth Sandy. Or Dark Sandy. Because Samus is a lot like Sandy. She's badass and probably Texan. I like to imagine that Samus is Texas, from Texas. It is very funny to me. But this should be the final pellet. It's interesting. Okay, here we go. GG.
Alright, GG.
Arrow is finished, and Audra hasn't forfeited yet. We'll see. But Arrow is finished with 218. And a race time room of 218, yes. Hopefully we can get him into the commentary booth to have a chat with us. Hello, Arrow. Welcome. GG's. Congrats.
I have just one question. Did you think that you were about to lose? Like, were you worried that you were, like, super behind?
I don't think I felt behind. My routing was really good, but I felt like it was close, but I just opened the restream. I have questions.
Okay, let me answer it with, Audra tried to do gate skip and failed for an hour.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So...
Literally an hour, yeah.
So, when Audra sets her mind to get a trick accomplished, she stays on it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, very
I guess that's what
determined.
happened here.
And the crazy thing is it would have been... That was the major route divergence. Audra did gate skip, you did not.
I didn't think I needed to. I knew I had access to it as soon as I found Seekers.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna hunt for Seekers. I haven't done any of Dark Labs, so let's go to Aegon, and it had everything.
You mean supers?
Supers and Seekers. They were both in Dark Labs.
Yeah, no, I mean, you meant as soon as you got an item, you said as soon as you got Seekers, you had access to further Torvis. Do you mean supers or?
No, Seekers entering through Aegon.
Oh,
That
okay.
was how I got. That's how I went to Underground Tunnel and such. I grabbed the Seekers.
Oh,
went there,
that's what you meant. Okay.
But I ended up grabbing Supers while I was there too, and I'm like, oh well, that's just convenient. Cool,
Yeah,
I can
that's
go
just-
everywhere now.
Yeah.
I didn't like playing into lower Torvus, but I was like, I have no idea where these Aegon keys are, and I know there's still at least one Torvus key in Dark Torvus.
Oh, okay. Well, on that, I was going to ask you about that because that was there were many route options at the time. Why did you feel as if going into Torvus was a bad idea? I felt like it made sense because that's where the hints were.
It made sense. It made sense, but I really wanted to go Sank, especially knowing Cobalt's there.
Yeah, and that's
it ended up being correct to go to Torvus first because high Cobalt with Hive entrance again. I had that in week 1 as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm probably gonna head out. It looks like Audra is interested in.
Audra's probably gonna play it out at this point.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
It was really nice commentating this race with you guys. I'll see you next time.
All right, see you, Pierre.
Later. I also am. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say, if she does end up playing it, you can feel free to leave early if you want. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll probably finish up chatting and then go make me food. Okay. I will say though, I am very glad that I took the gamble to not bother going to get Echo.
Yeah, we thought that was
that was a risk. I knew what I was doing skipping Echo. That's like,
okay, so that was a risk. Okay,
that was a risk. That was intentional. It's like I knew Echo was in Reliquary, and I was like,
good.
There's not much that Echo locks as long as it's not like exactly Sentinel's Path. I think main gyro.
Main gyro, yeah.
I don't know if you noticed it, but when I was doing main gyro, but since I hadn't grabbed Cannonball yet, I went ahead and prepped Ares so I wouldn't have to lose Cannonball.
Yeah, we were happy about that. Yeah, that was good.
I was like, prepping Ares is like if it says it's in Thank, then Ares the first place I go because I've done everything else except Sentinel's Path. And at that point, I also know to come back with Echo because I only left the Echo lost checks.
Okay, so I have a bunch of questions. You answered one. So Echo was just a risk and never punished. God bless.
Yeah, that was a never punished moment. The moment I read that hint at Olier. By the way, speaking of Olier, completely slipped my mind to grab the energy after quad. I'm like, wait, I'm on my way to Olier. I'm like, wait, I'm going to Olier. Why not? It didn't matter because it routed in a way where it didn't matter. Because I just immediately
would have routed
to Aegon.
We were thinking that because, like, when you first turned around in Temple Access, we were like, what is this? And then we're like, wait a second, you do quad, return the energy, and get Olier at the same time, instead of doing
And that's the thought I had in the back. That's the thought I had in the back of my mind. But then I left quad, and I'm like, I just muscle memory not returning the energy. I hope I don't get punished for that. Yeah. I didn't. I read the hint at Olier. It's like, by the way, your key's an Aegon. I'm like, oh.
Well, we just thought, like, I think in this preset, especially in this preset, returning the energy for fast travel is just deceptively powerful. Like there have been many cases.
Good.
Yeah, there have been many cases that
I had intent to doing it. This was one time it didn't. This was one time, yeah, just completely hot dogged it. This is one time it didn't entirely matter because when I read the Aegon thing, it's like, okay, the only thing I haven't done in Aegon is I haven't done Vent Area A. I haven't done Vent Area. I haven't done Sand Canyon, and I haven't done Mining Station B.
Yeah.
All at the Sank elevator, so I will 100% get my key. Because I did Storage C on second pass in Aegon.
Yeah. And that's actually my next question. So, the route divergence you had at that opportunity, I believe, you picked up Supers and Seekers.
I was like,
and then you could have cleaned up Aegon and then to Torvus, but you went to Torvus instead. Or rather, you could have gone to...
I did do Storage C first while I was back there. That's like, I'm not leaving this behind.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, okay, there's a few route options here. You could go do Vent Area A into Sand Canyon into Mining Station B.
The only reason I didn't do that is I did not have Spider yet because they were Seekers locked in Torvus. So I couldn't go that way.
Vent Area A, yeah.
So for me to go do Vent Area A, Sand Canyon, and all that, I would have had to go back through Aegon Temple, and I was like, well, why don't I just go to Torvus and get Spider Ball and do that when I come back?
The other option, so that was one of three. The other option was to go to Mining Station A to Mining Station B, then to Sand Canyon, then to Vent Area into Sank. Did you consider that as an option?
I was considering Sank. That's why I said I wasn't sure about the Torvus play, because I was like, this is Sank, but like with the way the seed played out, there was little room for divergence early, I feel like.
Yeah, because, and like, also the hints
the hints were very much fun. I will say, I'm very happy to see that Dark Beam hint. If I didn't see that Dark Beam hint, I wouldn't have rushed DMT like I did.
Yeah, there was another play that, there was a play that Audra did. Found the Dark Visor way earlier than you did. I think because she understood the hints.
W.
Yeah. It was
Pod W. Yeah, but,
it was a deduction. It was like it couldn't have been anywhere else other than Pod W, and she figured that out earlier than you did. It didn't matter in the end. Like the race was kind of back and forth up until the route divergence.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking when I read the hint for Sky Temple Grounds, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's either Phazon Grounds or Pod W. But I had already seen Phazon Grounds because I went. Yeah. I looked at it and I was like, nope. And so I knew it was Pod W. I was like, well, I'll be passing that eventually. I'll just get it.
So you wanted to go. So you already knew before you went to Torvis that Pod W was dark, right? Because I think Audra got it on her way to Torvis, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I got the hint or something, and I was like, pretty sure I got the hint. And I'm like, okay. So we knew about the HUD system in Reliquary. I read the Reliquary hint, and I'm like, that's probably Echo Visor. Then we get the hint for Cobalt, and we're like, it's Echo Visor.
Yeah.
Well, I went into Aegon and immediately got Emerald Translator on the way, and I'm like, I probably should be doing GFMC loop instead. It turns out, yeah, Missile Launcher. I was like, it's probably Missile Launcher and GFMC loop, but surely I'll get missiles in Aegon. Nope. So I had to turn around. So I had to turn around in Aegon and walk out the elevator because I had no missiles to get to the safe station.
One other question before we probably forgot about, because this was actually a while ago. So when you got the dark beam, or you save warped for the dark beam, I believe Audra didn't save warp and it was faster. Were you was that just you didn't know it was faster, or were you considering some other route when you saved warp? This was a while ago, so I can forgive you for forgetting. But
trying to think, I usually just save warp for regardless. But yeah, they're about the same. There's not too much difference, but I also know that Audra has better movement than I do, so I was very heavily relying on route.
Okay.
Because Audra's got better movement. I wouldn't be surprised when I watch this back if Audra like stays a good minute or two ahead of me for a while.
I can say for certain that in that situation, save warping was probably slower. Because the elevator's right there and it's hive chamber A. But I was curious about that because I was wondering, I'm like, well, maybe this isn't just a hot dog. Maybe there was some sort of play that we're missing.
Overall, though, this seed wasn't too bad. This is I think this is funny enough, is actually the longest seed I've had in this preset.
Interesting. Pretty linear up until I guess you got the Sank.
Very linear until you got Torvis access, because you could have gone to Sank or Torvis.
Yeah.
Especially after reading the hint later about the power bomb, and I'm like, this.
Well, you didn't have mains.
Yeah, but you read the hint about mains, and it told you what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to go to Sank entrance.
Yeah, I know, but I just mean that like routing to Sank earlier would have been out of logic in the end of the play. That's what I mean by linear, right? Yeah. Like it's just do Aegon.
Well, no, when you had to access the Sank, when you had to access the Sank, the play would have been go through Sank entrance.
Yeah.
Game didn't expect you to get the item because you didn't have Spider Ball, but it expected you to go through Sank entrance. Well, no, because you needed. Yeah, but you were supposed to get this after the Seekers and Supers. You had an option, was go to Torvis or go to Sank. Because Dark Visor Seekers got you deeper got you all the way through Sank. But you would have never gotten the hint about the Spider Ball, because I believe the Spider Ball was a Torvis hint.
Spider Ball was Path of Roots.
Path of Roots. Yeah.
But I think
also, shoutouts to Cannonball.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, alright, let's try to avoid fighting Chick until after Amorphous. We'll pick that up after Amorphous.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Yeah, that was good routing for that.
I was in lower Torvis with all 3 Chicken keys, and I'm like, this only punishes me at the last worm keys here in Torvis.
When you were in lower Torvis, do you remember why you skipped going to Gathering Hall?
Wait, I skipped Gathering? Oh gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm
you just
glad nothing was there. That was a hot dog. Yeah, I am glad there was nothing there.
Yeah. Because you went to TTS and then turned around, didn't do Gathering Hall.
Training Chamber.
Yeah.
My original intent with Training Chamber was grab the item, go to Gathering Hall, then turn around and go to Sank. I forgot to go to Gathering Hall because I also means I forgot the hint.
Yeah.
A lot of it didn't matter. If that was the Aegon Keys hint, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah, that would have been like, a couple more questions, just 2 more. Did you consider gate skip as an option? I think we already kind of answered this question, but I think we didn't flesh it out fully. You just assumed that like Seekers or Supers would take you there
Yeah,
anyway. But did you consider just going out of logic anyway?
No, because I'm not consistent at gate skip.
Okay.
I am not consistent with gate skip, so... Which I should. I should get more used to gate skip, because I lost week 1 to gate skip.
Yeah.
But...
And there's a chance that this could have been a win for Audra as well if she nailed it, like, even
Audra
just 5 minutes? Because
Audra
imagine,
had
say, for
gotten it
example, like,
early.
Feeding Pit had
Light
an
suit.
item.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, well, not only that, you got light suit there. I don't think it was required, but it was convenient because Cobalt was light locked and it had your Aegon key hint, so it wasn't required, but it was convenient.
But I just mean, like, let's say, for example, because I think, like, Audra would have then done the Aegon loop to find Seekers in, etc.
Oh, yeah,
because
100%.
after ally, right? So then, at the time when she's doing that, she could then check Feeding Pit, which you wouldn't have been able to. And
Yeah,
you would have
I
had to,
think
so if there was an item in
Audra-
Feeding Pit, then it's a race. Suddenly it's a race.
I think if Audra had gotten it sooner, I think this race would have been maybe a few minutes apart.
Yeah, it would have been much closer, and we don't know
think it
what would
would've
have
been
happened
much
with we don't know what would have happened with like the Sank routing. Maybe the Sank routing was more.
I mean, we'll
optimal.
see that once Audra goes through.
Yeah. But and then one more thing, one last question.
Audra's
After
leaving,
Chica, you were like, you seemed upset. Like you were shooting at the ground and stuff. I can't exactly remember.
Was it Chica? I don't think it was Chica.
It was something like that. If not, so okay, but you were upset about something. What?
Oh, no, after Chica, I was absorbing all the beam ammo.
Okay, okay.
So I was doing charge shots. Gathering Hall might be the other Joe Kent. Either Gathering Hall, Sank, or Mining Station B. I don't know if Audra did Mining Station B.
We have one.
Oh wait, yeah, I just got Seekers.
We have 1, 2, 3 of our joke hints. We have 2 more, so that are unknown. So probably, so like the only hints that we don't know about are Sank entrance, main research, Mining Station B, and Gathering Hall.
Yeah. I wonder which Aegon key Audra is missing. Based on
Venturia.
scanning this
Venturia,
elevator,
yeah.
it's probably this one right here. Yeah.
It's
So then it's
Venturia.
just the Chica keys.
She didn't check.
By the way,
she didn't
Torvis-
Scan main, you didn't scan main research because you didn't have Cobalt at the time. I don't think Audra has Cobalt right now, so that's why she probably didn't scan it.
And when I passed through main research again,
Yeah.
I had Cobalt, but I was in go mode
Yeah, you were in Cobalt.
because I knew it was an Aegon.
No, do the Venturia key. Oh, already got it, I guess. Yeah, probably got it already.
Oh.
Yeah, went through.
Oh,
went through,
already got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it's a Torvis one. Oh, it's a Torvis one that's missing.
Which is I have it
Transfer
written down.
Tunnel East.
under transit one,
The TTE. Yikes, yeah. Oh, well, we're about to see if MSB is... I'm going to stick around long enough to see if MSB is the Joe Kent.
I think it should be a 1, 2,
Also,
3. Probably.
this seed was ensuring you do not die.
Yeah. Yeah. You're healthy.
I
yeah.
had, I think, 10 E-tanks, and I skipped the vent shaft E-tank.
Actually, while I got you here, apparently the next round got generated.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
asking you about-
up against the seed roller of this seed. Luca rolled
You're up
the
against
seed.
Lucarius.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like ETM. What did the hint say? Joke. It was a joke hint.
All right. The other one needs to be Sank entrance at this point.
No, it could be Gathering Hall.
Also, shout outs to the safety save I took in Aegon on the way to Torvis because I hadn't saved in over an hour and a half.
That is a good thing to do. I watched someone
Like just
lose
in
a race
case a
because of that.
crash,
Actually,
just in case a crash happens. Like there was no way I was dying, but
the
I hate
last
for
seed
a
I
crash to
commentated.
happen.
The last seed I commentated. Someone died an hour in without saving, and then the other person. And then the other person finished the seed by routing the most conservative way possible. It took like 3 hours and 40 minutes. And poor cat human and I were sitting there just commentating over a single seed, and it was his first time commentating.
I usually like to route conservatively. The problem is I knew I was up against someone who has better movement
No,
than
no,
me.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like they routed super conservatively when they had already won the race because you have to finish the seed if someone forfeits. And so we had to sit there. We had to sit there for like 3 hours, right? And now I have to do that again with Arrow with Audra.
Audra's not gonna be too long from being done
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I think Audra's gonna be done in probably 25-ish minutes.
But hopefully I don't get another lopsided race that I have to, because I
But
hope I get another
because
close
I
race.
could be wrong because TTE is a painful one to go back for.
I don't think it was TT. It was Under Transit 1.
Under Transit 1 was a Torvis key.
Yeah. Oh, the Aegon, you're talking about the
Audra
Aegon
needs
key.
the Aegon
Oh,
key
the
down
Aegon
there.
key is yeah, TT.
Yeah. Unless we missed it and it actually is just mistracked. Which is possible based on the way Audra's moving. Unless Audra's going to get Cannonball.
Unless we already have it, and
That's why we may already have it and just hadn't realized it.
yeah.
Audra's gonna go get the Cannonball. Yeah, that's what it seems like though.
Yeah.
Also, apparently Race Time now has a notification that says someone got a new personal best in a category.
Yeah, your personal best for this tournament is this time. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, these settings kind of lean to that because you're not hunting wild STKs.
Yeah, but you're hunting area, like you have to do a lot more checks, like just because of the area hints, and also just not having the hints, because you could have gotten STK hints after Aegon in the normal preset, whereas this you just have to dive for hints constantly. Whether
Lost focus after the gate skip.
this seed would have been kind of jet if it would have been kind of jet if like we played on normal settings, because you had like a billion items at the beginning. You knew where Echo was, so even if you had to find something in Sentinel's path,
Audra does have the Aegon key. So yeah, it's just a hunt for the Torvis keys, which I think are both in Torvis. I know one is under Transit 1. I don't know if Audra got that.
If you go to the Discord, there's a text channel, and I have a. If you scroll up a little, I have a tracking doc that I've been using for this entire thing. But it should be. We have Under Transit 1, Cache B, and Command Center are Torvis keys. And assuming Audra picked up under Command Center, which I'm pretty sure she did. In fact, I think she went. One of her early game routes was to go to Command Center earlier than you did. Early game routing was also interesting. It somehow ended up a wash, and you guys were even. But
I couldn't get Command Center early when I first went to Aegon because I went to Aegon without missiles. So I had to leave and do GFMC loop.
Yeah. Audra risked GFMC loop just assuming that, and just found missiles there, and vanilla missiles, and vanilla double picking it up.
We had the hint saying that we had a hint. We got a hint almost immediately saying missiles were in Temple Grounds. I'm like, I'm assuming that's GFMC. I'll find a missile expansion on the way. Not a missile expansion in sight.
Umos hint said missile launcher.
Yeah.
In Temple Grounds. But yeah, I don't have any other questions. You can stay as long as you like.
Thanks for the GGs. I'm gonna hop out and make me some food.
Thanks for chilling.
And I guess it's time to practice week 4. I forgot what week 4. Week 4 is the no hints one, right?
Week 4. Let me pull up the settings doc for you. Week 4 is language barrier. Starting in landing site. Preset excludes all translators. Unlocks every translator great. There are only 5 Sky Temple keys in the pool, and hints for them are only area only.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. One more question. What are your thoughts on the Lucarius match coming up? Any thoughts on that? Excited? Nervous? Both?
I think this will be a fun one. I just need to get used to the preset.
Okay. Any thoughts on Lucarius as your opponent? Gonna destroy him?
I'd like to, but I don't know if it's gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to it.
Speak to Sestron about cursed seeds. You want to talk about cursed seeds? Ask anything Jay rolls for me in a tournament.
Do you see Jay's last seed this tournament? I commentated. That was the one that someone forfeited an hour in. That was.
No, I didn't watch that seed. I just know Jay rolled mine last week, and it was
Do you want to know what that last seed had from Jay, or do you want to watch the VOD?
I'll probably watch it back. Okay. And, yeah, the presets are available in Discord.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to week 5, and I hope I get someone week 5 that is up for something dumb.
Week 5 is pick your poison. Random starting location
Yeah.
anywhere excluding Sky Temple. During scheduling, each racer will privately message 2 starting items to a tournament organizer they agree upon. The preset will be revised to include each of the selected items from both players as starting items. If the racers pick the same items, the tournament organizer will add in random starting items, such as the total number of starting items remain at 4. That's very interesting. That's a cool one.
I'm also looking at week 6. Week 6 looks like the kind of week I want to RA door rando with somebody. Because we're going to have so much starting movement. Make those beams super important.
Week 6 is item loss skip. Starts in landing site with missile
Starts
launcher.
with missiles, bombs, boost, spider, and space jump.
Yeah.
Week 6, what if rando, except the ink didn't say your stuff exactly.
Yeah.
But alright, I'm gonna hop out of here. GG's.
GG's,
Looks
thanks
like
for stopping by.
Audra's on the right path. So
Yep. Thank you so much. Make sure to follow Arrow. See you later.
also follow the comms.
I'll let them know at the end of the race. But yeah,
Eh,
thank you. Thank you,
Do it
Pierre.
anyway.
Thank you to Pierre for helping with comms. But we're just gonna finish out this race. I might have to take a little bit of a break, grab some water, but I will be here for the end, just to make sure Audra has someone to talk to, if she wants to, and if not, then we'll just end it. That's fine. We finally get to figure out what the Gathering Hall hint is. I'll grab it when I'm ready. I don't need to quite yet. But I think Audra's in go mode, actually, no. Yeah, because we have the Torviski hints. Never mind. Never mind. We don't need to read any more hints. I'm very curious as well. It would have been a race, I think. Because we could have... Maybe the advantage would have been just the cleaner routing. There is, I believe, Torviski number 2. And then... Torviski... Or excuse me, that's technically number 3. And then number 2 is Cashby. So that's where Audra has to go next. We're probably going to do a lot of lower Torvis. I would have been curious too, because I think maybe there's an argument to be made based on how it played out that Audra would have had the advantage because she wouldn't have had to backtrack to Torvis to grab the light suit and the Annihilator beam, which I think may have saved like up to maybe 30 seconds, maybe even up to 2 minutes, depending on how. Just off feeling, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe a more experienced runner would be able to feel out exactly how much time that would save. But it also may have led to a different routing of Sank. Maybe after Audra finds the Seekers and Supers, we stay in Aegon a little longer. Then go to Sank. Who knows? Who knows? In fact, maybe that would have been the correct play. Because there only would have been 5 hints in Sank and maybe just only 3 in Torvis. Would have gotten the underground tunnel hint as well. Yeah. A lot of things to consider. Audra not staying in Lower Torvis. Immediately going to Upper Torvis. Even though we have plenty of checks available in Lower Torvis to find that final key, no? What was the key? Cash B. Interesting. Definitely. That was one of our hints. Unless she already did cash B, and we just missed it. We might have just missed it. Probably did, yeah, it looks like it. Maybe? Definitely did, the Venomous Pawn. Let's see if we went into Chica. It looks like it. If not, just spider sensed the... the Aegon key. No, we did cash B. Okay. Never mind. I don't remember when. I think we were talking to Arrow at the time. Okay, so we're just, we're in go mode. For Audraxys. Off we go. Off we go. And wow, that's actually kind of crazy. Hold on. Hasn't touched Sank and is already in go mode. Oh no, wait, sorry, we did touch Sank. Yeah, we did a quick dip into Sank. We found, what was it? Maybe Sank Energy Controller? I'm gonna look at the VOD because I was focused on entirely on talking to Arrow. I'm gonna look at the VOD just to catch myself up on what happened here. Okay, we did a little bit of Sank. Okay, we did it from Lower Tortoise. We did main gyro puzzles. Went to watch station. Did watch station, we did quad. Wow, okay, we already did quad, yeah, that's right. Then did we return the energy? No, we went to Cal West immediately. Wow. I guess we already found the Aegon keys. Wow. Well, then why don't we go to Mining Station B? Yeah, she skipped Cobalt. So why did we go to Mining Station B? I'm gonna ask about that. Audra, why did we go to Mining Station B? And then also, I'm gonna look up when we found that Aegon key. She doesn't have an auto tracker, so I don't know. Still it's this, still this, okay. Dark Torvis. Okay, so after finishing up Torvis, she did Sand Canyon, then she found Seekers, found the Aegon key. Where was our final Aegon key? Look it up. Did Med Vista, yeah. Wow, okay, this might have routed like... Wow, this would have been a race. That routes really nicely. The Vent Area A play, wow. The Vent Area A play might have been big in a race here. So if we had Vent Area A, why do we go to Sync? I'm gonna look at this again. So we get Seekers and Supers. Go back to Torvis, go to Underground Tunnel. Get Spider Ball. Get the Torvis key. Torvis Energy Controller. Powerbomb and Hazencliff. Go to Training Chamber. Find the Dark Aegon key in TTE. But then go to Sank. Why? We're in go mode, no? Now I'm curious. Why go to MSB? Why to go to Sank? Audra, why go to Sank? Because, like, wow, that's like... The routing back to Torvis was a little awkward to find that Spider Ball, but... Huh. Wow. So many possibilities as to how this race could have turned out. But I'm curious if Audra just forgot that she was in go mode after finding the keys in Lower Torvis. Roger's now going to go do final bosses. I assume. Gonna go to the closest save station? Or not? What are we missing here? We did quad, we did Chica, we did worm. We got cannon, we got spider, we got everything. Where are we going? Path of Roots? Why are we on Path of Roots? Oh, I guess this might be faster. We get to Torv. Yeah, oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is faster. Torva's entrance. Okay. Makes sense. No objections. So if you guys have any questions, I guess we could ask about the gate skip, but honestly, I don't think there's much to ask. I disagree with people saying that she should have given it up. I think that's sunken cost fallacy. I don't think it's obvious, like, only you know when you should give up. There is no, I don't think there's an objective measure of when you should give up, like if you're failing a trick and it's like, I'm not getting this today. Like, I'm just not gonna get this today, and you just feel it, yeah, give it up. But if it's like, just in terms of objective, like in terms of strategy, I think it's still fine that you went for it. So I'm not gonna poo-poo over it. Like, it was a fine play, and going for it over and over again. I think at 30 minutes. I think at 30 minutes when you're like really far behind, like you've already lost the race, and you've already lost the race, like you know you've absolutely lost the race. There's no reason, just keep going for it. Why not? You can do whatever you want. You can forfeit. You can keep going. You can do whatever you want. But let's imagine for a moment here that Audra did... Yeah, like, let's imagine here for a moment that Audra did gate skip first try, and she proceeded to follow out the same route that she's doing right now. She would be winning. She'd be winning by up to 20 minutes, in my opinion, I think, here, depending on how fast these final bosses are. That's kind of crazy, if you actually look at it. AeroRaiser finished at 2:18. If we subtract an hour from Audra's time, this is a race. That's crazy. Especially that Aegon key in Ventieria A. That would have been big. Because any awkward routing back to Torvus to grab that spider ball key, or that spider ball in Cache, would have been a different. Would have been negated by the fact that that key, that Aegon key, was last locationed. Our ammo's a little low. We might not want to use Sunburst here, unless we want to do a refill on our way over to DS3. I'm gonna do supers instead. I might be a little close here. Oh, yep. There it is. That's where Sunburst may have helped. This is such a cool attack. Tentacles going through portals. It's kind of cool. I know it's overdone anytime there's a portal enemy, but... Game, please hit the... Thank you. Cannonball should make this trivial, and it does. I think we dashed the wrong direction, but this might work as well. For those of you who don't know, there's a hitbox kind of underneath Empering 3, and it's vulnerable to screw attack. We don't exactly know why for sure. At least I don't know why for sure. I've had it explained to me. I can't remember what it was. But it allows us to do that and avoid doing this really awful fight. And thankfully, screw attack is logically required, even pretty sure in advanced seeds as well. So you can always, rely on that screw attack. You never have to enter that fight without screw attack. Yeah, it was something about the previous development. There was something underneath Empering or something or other, but they just forgot to remove the hitbox. We do a specified number of shots. We want to do just a few, just before it enters into Dark Samus 4 phase, and then we screw attack and hopefully get her before... Yes, correct, Reed. Screw attack is always required. I don't even think in TAS low percent you can skip screw attack. Oh, apparently you can, according to Khaki. I thought you needed screw attack. Like, even TAS gets it. Or have I forgotten? Khaki? Should be GG soon here. Just gonna do it with Dark Beam instead. A little safer. Should be over, and GG. Hopefully, well, if they don't want to come in, that's fine by them. Just gonna ask them. Well, I haven't gotten a response from Audrey yet. I think I'll wait maybe another minute. And then if not, then we'll just close and I will let you guys know about the bracket and etc. etc. Okay, I think we'll close it up for now. I was just gonna ask if some questions about the race, but doesn't seem like she's gonna drop by. That's okay, understandable. I wish her the luck in the next race. I think she actually played pretty well. Aside from that, like, I know that's not much console. That's not much. It's not much consolation. I can't talk. But I think this would have been an incredible race. But that's just unfortunate. It happens. What can you do? Yeah, that's. I agree with that, Sophia. I agree with that. Gate skip would have been an amazing play there, especially because Vent Area A might have been a natural routing option, and Vent Area A probably would have been what makes this race. So with that, I'm just gonna let you guys know we don't have any runs scheduled yet. Never mind. We have 2 already scheduled for Thursday, but that's a while away. Ray Shivers, Bellaquini, Op versus Leno. Those are already scheduled, but you guys can keep track of it by using the MP2 command, and there's our schedule in that link. For now, that's it for me. I think I just want to thank Pierre for commentating with me. He had to go earlier. Thank you, Pineapple, for tracking for us. First time tracking. Thank you all for tracking as usual. You guys are a great help. You can follow them here. And follow our runners. Follow Audra, follow Arrow. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next mission for our fantastic preset. Actually, I'll let you guys know once again what the preset is going to be for next week before I close it out. We have a language barrier. Starts in landing site, and we start with every translator unlocked, but we have no translators. So no hints, and there are only 5 Sky Temple keys, and they're only area only. So it'll be an interesting preset. Anyway, thanks y'all for watching. We will see you hopefully tomorrow for our next mission. Bye-bye. Thank you.